beaten 28 3/4 lengths in 2:01. And race 11, Yes I Did, had post 2, sat second the whole way, finished second in 1:58 4. Those are how the missing lines did from all the missing lines who just raced at Bucyrus. What's up? Your what? With 10,000 jobs here in the Buckeye State, harness racing pumps millions of dollars each year into our state's economy and puts food on thousands of Ohio's families' tables. So again, we do appreciate you coming out to support the harness racing program, and we encourage you to continue to support harness racing throughout the year. Are you guys ready?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tiffin, Ohio, Seneca County Fair, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. Matt Clark, Doug Ballinger, and Tom Pye, the harness guy. Welcome to Tiffin, Tom.
Tiffin is a great little town. It's I'm glad to be here. The rumor has it that people were excited that they heard I was going to be here, and I said, that's nice. And then they said they were really excited that they heard that I had laryngitis. But I'm here in Tiffin. It's overcast, kind of cloudy, but beautiful night.
They say Thursday they had just a downpour here.
Oh, yeah, they still got water in the infield. And
the track looks good.
Track's in excellent shape.
Yes. So we have 11 tonight, 9 tomorrow night. A lot of action coming up this week on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast. Tomorrow morning at 11, Tuesday morning at 11. Union County Fair in Marysville. They have 6 of them tomorrow, post time at 11. 9 races on a Tuesday. It's also an 11 o'clock post at Marysville. We'll be back here tomorrow night with 9 of them here at the Seneca County Fair in Tiffin, post time at 6. Mount Vernon tomorrow, a double header, post time at 1 and 6. Roger Houston will give you the call there. 11 at 1 o'clock and back in the evening card with 11. Painesville, the Lake County Fair. They go Tuesday at noon with 13 races. Shelby County Fair in Cindy goes Tuesday and Wednesday at 5 with 8 races carded on Tuesday and 11 on Wednesday. So it's a busy week.
Busy week. Last week was a zinger. Now we had starting down at Wellston in the Jackson County Fair, shot up to Oak Harbor. I mean, we were all over.
Yep.
And
I was at both ends of the state. I was at Friday and Saturday, I was at Wellston, and then Sunday and Monday, I was to Oak Harbor.
Now, beautiful. I was watching Oak Harbor on the broadcast. What a beautiful little
town.
It is.
Have you ever been there?
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorites.
Okay.
In fact, I was scheduled to go up there, but we just got tied up with the Bucyrus Fair, and we were just had a mix and match with stalls. They had 80 horses entered on whatever day it was. And then on Thursday, that was Wednesday, on Thursday they had 105 horses entered. And I believe there were only maybe 65, 70 stalls available in there. So there was a lot of shuffling going around.
A lot of, they had a nice race card there.
Oh, excellent. And
it was an excellent card.
Excellent card, and they good miles. And I talked with Eric at Mutuals. He says, and they had good payoffs, too.
I noticed some of that, some nice payoffs, yes.
But, yeah, that's and it went surprisingly smooth, right, which was pretty good for that amount of horses and that amount of people.
Yeah, and they got done in good time. They moved post time up on Thursday's card to 5 o'clock. 16 of them, right? And they rolled right through. They had to because there's no lights, correct?
No lights. They have lights in front of the grandstand. That's it.
Okay.
So
many fairs anymore, Tom. There's no just in front of the grandstand. There's a few fairs at Greenville, Urbana race late at night. I think Hicksville, but a lot of your post time in today's world is now 5 o'clock. Back in the day when I started calling races in the 70s, early 70s, we wouldn't start till 7:30, 8 o'clock.
And speaking about the start, here is a post parade from the first race at Tiffin at the Seneca County Fair.
This race, 3-year-old Colt Pay, sponsored by Courtney Stockmaster, purse $4,814. Rod Allums Jr. is on the 6. 1 is Believe in Tom. Mark St. Louis Jr. drives. 2 is Dancing Everywhere with Greg Bateson. 3, Hey Hey It's Friday, has Ryan Stahl. The 4, Garoppolo and Hank Levan. 5, It's Time to Cody, Clifton Bell. And the 6 is Gru, driver change, Rod Allums Jr. in the sulky. That is the field for the first race. Put Rod Allums Jr. on 6. This race sponsored by Courtney Stockmaster, Courtney and the Double C Stables of Bellevue, Ohio. Courtney's love of horses began at a young age.
Well, Tom Pye, first race, 3-year-old colt pace for $4,814. First to 3 divisions. Number 1, Believe in Tom, Mark St. Louis Jr., last year's leading driver at the county fairs. Drives for trainer Steve Novak and Harold Beigel of Michigan, the owner. The 3-year-old Bay Gold son of Long Tom is a homebred. 7 starts on the year, 3 wins, 2 seconds, a third. Right at 20,000 this year. Pushing 70,000, 69,950 lifetime. Took a mark as a 2-year-old, 153-2. Was the winner last week at Oak Harbor in 157-1. Believe in Tom.
Number 2 is Dancing Everywhere. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Dancing Yankee, trained by Greg Bateson and driven by Greg Bateson for Edward Hardwood of Monroe, Michigan. This is a nice little gelding, and it has 7 starts this year, 1 win, and that was at Northfield in 158-1. And lifetime, 18 starts and that 1 win. 10,000 on his card. And number 2 is Dancing Everywhere. Number 3.
Ryan Stahl, the 3. Hey, it's Friday for Michael Lee. Lee owns in partnership with Dr. Jill Dentel of Delta, Ohio. The 3-year-old Bay Golded son of Down by the Seaside was a $27,000 Ohio Select purchase. In 7 starts this year, has 3 seconds, 1/3, 21,000 lifetime. 56-3 as a 2-year-old at Northfield Park.
Number 4 is Garoppolo. Thank you. I knew you were going to leave me that one. I knew it, Doug Miller. But Garoppolo is trained by Ryan Miller, driven by Hank Levan tonight. It's a 3-year-old gelding by Bit of a Legend N. Stands down there at Midland Acres, owned by the Miller Racing Stable of Greenville, Ohio, and the Amazing Racing Stable.
5 is It's Time to Cody, Clifton Bell for Robert Brooks, 3-year-old Roan Gilded son of Lost in Time. Has 9 starts this year, 1/3, 2,100 lifetime.
Number 6 is Grew with Rod Allums Jr., trained by Janie Weller, and this is a 3-year-old by Bit of a Legend N. And here they are, and here's Ratliff to call the race.
They're off and pacing, and on the inside, Believe in Tom. On the outside, hey, it's Friday as they pace around the first turn. Dancing Everywhere is in there next, and off stride, Believe in Tom. Believe in Tom made a nasty break there. Everybody got around him clean as they move on into the back stretch. Hey, it's Friday has taken the lead. Dancing Everywhere is there in second. Garoppolo is third. In there to be fourth, it's that horse of a different color. It's Time to Cody. Grew is pacing next. Believe in Tom trails. 29-4 the opening quarter. So Ryan Stahl leads the way with Hey, it's Friday. He's got him out there by a length and a half. Greg Bateson sits in the pocket with Dancing Everywhere. It's a Garoppolo looking him over from third. Hank Levan is thinking about going to the outside. In there next comes It's Time to Cody. Then we have Grew and Believe in Tom as they pace here by the half, and it's still Hey, it's Friday who gets them there in 59-1. Dancing Everywhere is their second. Garoppolo is now tipped to the outside, and he's now on the move from third. He's now second and trying to dial in the leader. They're up the back stretch and moving on to 3/4, and Garoppolo, he is picking them up and putting them down as they go by 3/4. Garoppolo shoves his neck on top. Hey, it's Friday is trying to battle at the rail. 3/4 and 128-4. Moving around the final turn, and Garoppolo has the lead now by 2. Hey, it's Friday second. Dancing Everywhere says, hey guys, wait for me. They're at the top of the stretch and they turn for home. It's Garoppolo. Garoppolo leads the way. Hey, it's Friday. No better than second tonight, but Garoppolo the best in here. Hey, it's Friday finishing second, and looked like Grew came on for third. Time of the mile, 1:57.
Wow, Tom Pye.
Absolutely.
157. Garoppolo, Hank Levan, the 3-year-old Baygoda son of a bit of a legend.
And he just, once he took command, just opened up and he aired. He was just, as they say, buggy riding, coming for home. And they come home in 28 and 1.
I didn't figure it out yet. It
I
was
haven't
29
either.
and 1, 59 and 1, 28 and 4, 157. Second panel was 30 seconds. Third panel,
29 and 4.
29 and 3. Hank had been driving Garoppolo at a couple starts at Ottawa. I believe he drove him, and he made a break. I believe he had broken equipment, and I was there the night at Bell Fountain. Well, I thought he made a break at Bell Fountain, but the line chart doesn't show it. He paced in 2:03, finished fourth.
I believe they were just talking with the zoner, and he said that was broken equipment. There's a zoner.
No, he does show a break at Bell Fountain. Shows distance. So 2 starts in a row that Hank had driven this horse made breaks due to broken equipment, but he was the best tonight. He got away third, and Hank just pulled him at the 5/8 mark and just went right by him.
It was a good, impressive mile.
But I really like the one, Believe in Tom, but he made a break. I believe in Tom. Believe in Tom Pye, the harness guy.
Makes a disbeliever of.
I hope you don't make a break tonight.
I'll try and hang to the. I hope I just don't quit. I might stop halfway through the program, but it's tough, when you're not used to doing. Well, of course, Doug, you know it. You've been a broadcaster since we had Little Green Apples, I think, but since the 70s. But if you're not in shape at anything, you just get tired through the night. So,
and sometimes your mind's there, and sometimes it's not.
Absolutely.
Garoppolo. This one just paced home a winner at Lebanon. Coming right back a winner here tonight, a 3-year-old Baygoda son, a bit of a legend. At a Pretty Girl, Hanover by Well Said. Oh My Miller Racing Stable, Amazing Racing Stable in Hayes. Ryan Miller is the trainer. Hank Levan, the winning driver, time of the mile 1:57. This one sponsored by Courtney Stockmaster. 462-153.
$29 and I still can't figure this out. Do we got the calculator? Years before, I'm talking about years ago in the office, they used to have one.
Dancing Everywhere 6. Hey, it's Friday second. Garoppolo was the winner. It's time to Cody 5th. Grew 3rd. 462-153. 29 and 4. 59 and 1. 128 and 4. Time of the mile 1:57.
Well, Hank Levan is our leading driver so far in the 2025 fair season. Hank picks up his 42nd winning drive.
Wow.
He's off to a very good start.
An excellent start.
Could break all the records this year if it keeps going for Hank. Not only in the driver's standings, but the Levan stable, Hank Levan, has 36 training wins. So the winner there, 5:43.62.20. Consolation payouts on the exacta. Well,
Doug Ballinger, just the brand new tote board, very easy to read.
Yes, it's a new tote board. Electric Larry, if you know who Electric Larry is from the Urbana area.
Yeah.
He made that this winter, I was told.
Very easy to read, got good color to it. And I love it when it says win, $50 to win.
Yes.
And I have $2 on them. So that is his first race here at Tiffin, Doug Ballinger. We'll be back here after these words for our second race, which is 2-year-old Colt Trot here in Tiffin in the Seneca County Fair.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit ohiohorsejobs.com. That's ohiohorsejobs.com.
We're back. Doug
Tom
Ballinger.
Pye, we're back here. A nice crowd on hand tonight.
Good crowd. And it's a comfortable night. A little bit humid, but got a breeze. And this is a track's in great shape. That was I'm close though. Come to figure out that last quarter.
Let me.
If we had a little calculator, as I was saying.
Let's see the last quarter.
28-3.
28-1.
28-1. That's close.
28-1.
Now, you folks, when you say, well, what's a fifth of a second? Actually, a fifth of a second when they're going that fast is a blink of an eye, but it equals 5 feet of track. So you got beat a fifth of a second, you got beat 5 feet. And when they say we're just beat a nose, that is like a millisecond. That's after going a mile down to 1/5 of a second.
Back half 57-4.
Thank you, Doug Brown. Yes.
Now Roger Houston and Barry Vickroy, they can
Pop.
do it right during the race. There's no way. They know that formula, like how it's going to work. I've just never tried to do that.
I usually sit there with my mouth, jaw drops, and say, "Wow!" But that was a good. He was a fine performance for Garoppolo. And you were just talking about people, the announcers having a tough word, a name that. There is my first night back in quite a while, and there it is, Garoppolo. And I'll have to ask Ryan exactly what that means. What's that? I know he has a half-sister out of Party Girl Hanover. She's by Fear the Dragon, and her name is Fear Party Girl Dragon. There we go.
I was watching
Who?
What's that?
Are we going to go over?
Well, that wasn't a post parade.
No, I think the drivers wanted it to be.
They wanted it to be.
Ayers
yeah.
wasn't quite ready for him yet.
Well, they wasn't anywhere in order.
No.
They wasn't anywhere in order.
It's still early in the season. No, it isn't. It's
We might get wet here tonight.
Yeah, it's getting awful dark behind
Yes.
us here, isn't it, Doug?
Kind of cooling down a little bit.
It was sprinkling on the way up, and I said it doesn't look like it's going to rain, but now it does. Now it's getting dark overhead. I've got my old age glasses. I got my reading glasses, my nearsighted glasses. I need to get a magnifying glass now, and now these are 2-year-old Colt Trotters. Doug Ballinger, the purse is total is $14,060, going for $7,030 in this division.
Faye Korfman is here to trumpet for our bugle call for race 2. That's the call to post for our second race. 2-year-old Colt Trot. Purse is $7,030. This one's sponsored by Ewald's Furniture, Hank Levan on 3. 1 is Would You Rather, Ryan Stahl. 2, What a All-Star, Ed Greeno Jr. 3 is Trot and Marseille, driver change, Hank Levan. 4, Okay, One More, Emmanuel Miller. 5, Fast Break, Bob Rowland. And the 6, Backstory, Michael Lee in the sulky. That's the field for race 2.
Well, Tom Pye, 2-year-old Colt Trot for $7,030. Ryan Stahl will drive the 1. Would You Rather? Stahl Trains owns a partnership with Watson Harness, KJ Stuckey, and W.A. Hart. The 2-year-old bay-gilded son of In Range, $35,000 Ohio Select purchase, has 2 starts this year, has yet to hit the board.
Number 2 is What a All-Star. It's Ed Greeno Jr. trains and drives. He's a 2-year-old colt by What the Hill out of Uncle Peter Mayer. Peter's Dream. This is 5 starts this year. Got 2 seconds and 3/3. He's knocking at the door. Last week in Lebanon, he trotted in 2-7. Came in second, got nothing but seconds and thirds in his card. We'd like to see that as they go. He's a good check getter, as they say. Number 3.
Hank Levan, the 3, trotting Marseille for Bill Webb. Webb owns 2-year-old bay colt by Marseille out of the Pegasus Spur Mare, Trotton Brook. This is a homebred. Trotton Marseille, 3 starts with a win this year and 1/3, $7,500, 203-1 at Oak Harbor.
And number 4 is Okay One More, a Chris Beaver trainee owned by Chris Beaver and Tim Holman and Leo Fleming and Bill J. Manners. This one has 4 owners. He was an Ohio Select young sale, $45,000. Manny Miller is in the sulky. Got the 1 start. This is his second. Lifetime stat did qualify in Delaware in 2-1-2. Number 5.
Bob Rolland, the 5, fast break. Rolland owns and trains out of Jackson, Michigan. The 2-year-old bay got a son of a Long Tom out of the Enjoy Levesque mare. Almond Joy, a $9,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 2 starts this year, has 1/3. Last time out, made a break at Oak Harbor. Opened the season up on the 9th of June, finished 3rd at Paulding.
Number 6 is Backstory. Michael Lee trains and drives, owned by a conglomerate from Strongsville, Ohio. That's a full count 2-year-old gelding. 1 start last at Paulding, the first fair of the year. Made a break, and it's coming back to try here at Tiffin. So it's a good crowd, good field for 6 young trotters.
There's a breeze. It is a nice breeze, but
That wind
I don't
just
like
kicked
it.
up. Yeah, big
I'm going to
time.
look at the radar here and see what we got.
Well, now the flag is going that away, and the breeze is coming this way. And the horses are moving in behind the gate for the second here at Seneca County Fair. Tiffin, Ohio, named after the first governor of Ohio, Edward Tiffin. Here they come, and here's Ayers Ratliff to call the race.
6, and here they come. They're off and trotting. Trottin Marseille has jumped it off here as they move into the first turn. What an all-star had the early lead, but on the outside, okay, one more. Losing stride, fast break, has made a break as they will straighten away to the back stretch. Would you rather is there in third, losing stride now, back story. As they move on to that first quarter, okay, one more, and Emmanuel Miller by 2. What a all-star is there in second. Would you rather is third. In their fourth, fast break, then it's back story. And a Trottin Marseille quarter up in 31-4. Into the turn they go. Okay, one more, and Manny Miller out there by almost 2. What a all-star, and Greeno is setting Chili in the pocket. Would you rather is in third. Trying to catch the others in fourth. Comes a fast break. Further on back to the outside comes Trottin Marseille. The trailer has become back story. As they move here by the half, they're again in single file, but all strung out. And out there with the lead, okay, one more. Gets them here in 102-1. What a all-star is second. Would you rather third. In there to be fourth. Comes fast break. Further back in fifth is Trottin Marseille, the trailer back story. They're up the backside and on to 3/4. The leader, okay, one more by 2. What a all-star second. Would you rather has been sent to the outside by Stolly in third. He's now picking them up and laying them down. 3/4, 134-1. They'll drop the turn. They'll head for home. Okay, one more. Would you rather is on the outside. He trails ahead. What a all-star is third. Fast break in fourth. They're at the top of the stretch and they turn for home. Okay, one more. Outside, would you rather. These two are slugging it out to the wire. Inside, okay, one more. Outside, would you rather. Photo for win. Tight on the line. Time of the mile, 2:04-3.
Call it, Doug Ballinger.
Well, I would say the 4, but it's tight. It
is
will
tight.
fool you. The line will fool you.
It is tight, but I believe you are correct. 4-1.
2:04-3, 31-4, 102-1, 134-1.
That is last quarter, last half, and 102-2, with last quarter and 30-2. But they were stepping them up. That last panel, that last 16th, and they were neck and neck, nose to nose, wheel to wheel, and just by a breath.
Dustin Klinger is watching us tonight from Chillicothe. Justin Hall. Jimmy Byers. He only blankets the winners. He's watching us from Urbana. David Myers watching. Grant Johnson. Sherry Hoy. Donald Lordy checks in.
So we got our friends over in Scotland. We need a Scotland Island.
Starting to rain a little bit. I looked at the radar. We definitely are going to get some rain, but I don't believe it's going to be terribly bad. We're going to get some rain for probably 20 minutes to a half hour. I don't believe it's going to be anything of downpour, but I'm not a weatherman, Tom. 4-1-5. First the 4. Okay, one more. The Teal Bay-gutted son of Triumphant Caviar, Chris Beaver trains. Beaver owns in partnership with Tim Homan and Leo Fleming. G. Haynes. Emmanuel Miller drives the winner. First win this year in 2 starts. Lifetime mark 2:04-3, 31-4, 102-1. 134-1 for okay, one more. Would you rather was closing with every stride on him, but just couldn't get there. It looked like he was going to get there, but okay, one more. Answered the call, Tom Pye.
And that Would You Rather is, again, it was a $35,000 select sale yearling, but okay, one more was okay, $10,000 more at $45,000.
Okay, one more is a 2-year-old bay-goated son of Triumphant Caviar. Out of Caviar and a Lady by credit winner. On by Christopher Beaver. Homan and Fleming. Christopher Beaver is the trainer. Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver, 204 and 3.
Miller gets his 16th winning drive at the fairs this year. Pretty nice. It's steady rain right now. Steady rain. Just pretty much what the radar showed. As long as we have no lightning, I'd say we're going to keep going. On to the third race, 2-year-old filly Pace, sponsored by Collebeck Feeds. First of 2 divisions for $7,160.
Say
Field
fifth.
is 7.
Okay, one more, the race winner. Fast Break was third, Backstory sixth. 2, 4, 5, 1, 3, 6 on the bottom, 31 and 4. 102 and 1, 134 and 1, 204 and 3. Hey Ryan, are we holding up?
Wow. Now it's a rainy night in Tiffin. It's coming down pretty heavy. I think. I'm under a little shelter, so I'm just an observer. We got folks that are
There
sitting
you go, ma'am.
right down beneath the grandstand. They can duck under the grandstand, can they? Nope. I think it's
I honestly, what it showed on the radar,
Sorry, Doug.
it's not going to be, it's going to be about like this for maybe 15 minutes. As long as not lightning, I would think they would keep rolling, but we'll see what they do, if they're going to call them out or hold them.
no, they won't. I don't. Do you think they'll call them out in downpour? No, I think probably hold
You think
them.
they'll hold them just a
Yeah.
little bit?
Let it see if it hold. Let's up a little bit.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back and look at the third race here at the Seneca County Fair.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead's sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year, Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins. Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
We're back.
Well, Tom Pye, we're back at a rainy Tiffin, Ohio.
It is, it's funny. It's dark on one side and it's a little clearing up where, but that's not coming that way. I remember, and I'll go back 50 years now, but I was warming up at Liberty Bell Park in Philadelphia, Bensalem, Pennsylvania. And it was a nice night. It was probably about my first time I was a Grand Circuit night. I was doing a couple of fillies. The last filly, I went out there, I had a set of polyester colors, relatively new, and the skies opened up. And I says, well, I got to get the jog miles into it. And I was out there for 10 or 15 minutes. When I came back in, those set of colors, the jacket, that had to weigh 50 pounds. And it was like a sponge, boy, and wet. Now, in my later years, I'd say I get a little sprinkle them out of there. Thank you.
Yeah, it's coming down pretty steady right now, but I just looked at the radar, and we're just catching the edge of it. Another 10 minutes of this, or 15, I think is going to be it.
And the track, of course, they've been here for a long number of years, and the drainage looks good on it. So there's
Bob Rowland.
He's a
He's
tough
out there
old time.
warming the horse up. He's the only one out on the track. Getting a little wet now.
Yeah, now it's coming in here.
Coming in just a little bit on us. We'd like to thank these fine sponsors that bringing you tonight's action. Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center, Midland Acres, Dublin Valley Farm, DAC Vitamin, Hickory Lane Farm, Power Play Farm, The Stable.ca, and Cool Wind Farms. Some of the fine sponsors bringing you tonight's action.
Do we have any sponsors that have umbrellas? No, we're good. It's just that now, all of a sudden, it started getting a little spray in here.
Yep, the wind must have shifted a little. We're kind of in a rain delay right now. Little water laying on the track in spots. That's going to be the only thing, how it drains.
Well, you know, of course, through the course of the summer, the tracks do get awful dry.
Yeah.
And so this is it. Now they're
You
doing
got a shot on him, Matt, on the tractor there.
Screening that. That's
on the screen.
Yeah. That's the correct thing to do. It's just like trying to get the water off.
Yeah.
I won't mention one fair with good intentions, but the road to where it is, it's always paved because, and they dug up the track, and that was the worst racing conditions that we could have had. But they had good intentions, but you get experienced track crew; they know what to do.
I just don't know. No, they're going to bring them out. It's let up a little bit, so they're going to go. I don't know if I would say, Matt, if we raced at Marion those 2 days through those downpours, you wasn't at Marion, was you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were. Yes, yeah, you were. I'd never dreamed we'd race after that.
No.
After we got started, it was iffy before we started, and Mike could get the car away. I believe he went that first day without any wings at all. That's the only way we could go. And then after about the fifth race, it was a downpour, and I never dreamed that we would race. But we got them in.
21 of them or so, wasn't it? That was a
yes,
big
it
car.
was that first day, 21.
A lot of good races there once it finally dried out a little bit. It was a unique track. I think it's still listed in the program as heavy now, or what was it? Wasn't sloppy, I don't think, but
at Marion. And Marion, back in the 1940s, that's the first place harness racing ever had a pari-mutuel track in Ohio was at Marion. And a few years later, Troy had a short meet. And I don't know what year Northfield Park would have opened, but Sauda Downs, they held their first meet at the Heard County Fairground.
Yeah. And that was, I think, about 53.
That very well could have been.
Yeah. Northfield opened up in 57.
I just heard Jay Wolf talking about this.
What year was Northfield?
1957, I believe.
1957.
Yeah.
Now, I'm trying to think we were talking about electrical lights, and somebody asked me what track had the first, fair track had the first electrical lights, and I'm trying to think. And I should have looked it up, but I didn't. I was getting lazy. I'm getting lazy, my old age. But if any of your fans out there know which fair track had the first electrical lights, and I know they had them, first electric building to be lit up in with electricity, I believe was in Tiffin.
Really?
And that was back, I think it was a church, right? And I'd have to double check that. This is stuff from I accrued from 3 or 4 years ago, and it's gone by the wayside. But
I'd like to thank David Huffer, Sr. of the Harness Racing Speed Department here at the Seneca County Fair. They put a nice feed on back here for the horsemen. Great, fantastic chicken. So a big thank you to David Hufford and his crew.
I don't know what that was marinated in, but it was fantastic.
It was
that
excellent.
was delicious.
it's a secret family recipe that they have.
So they want to race. We got 1, 2, we got 3. 3 on the track. I see 4 coming to the track, the 4th horse. So it wasn't too much of a delay.
These are the 3-year-old pacing fillies. This is going 2 divisions. This one going for $7,160. Doug Ballinger. It looks like Speedy as Hill is number 1.
Speedy as Hill. Jacob Baird. Daryl Baird trains. The 2-year-old Bay Philip of Racing Hill was a $14,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 2 starts on the years, yet to hit the board. Last time out at Oak Harbor, finished 5th. Paced a mile, 2:05 and 2.
And number 2 is Seaside Dreams. Ryan Stow trains and drives, owned by Watson Harness Racing. The OK Stuckey, Tiffin, Ohio, and Jay Cochran. And got to switch. I feel like I'm sound like Superman. Got to take off my regular glasses, put on my reading glasses. And W. Hart of Carmel, Maine. This is a 2-year-old filly down by the seaside, and 2 starts, 1/3. Looks like it's ready to roll. Seaside Dreams. Number 3 is
Rod Adams Jr. to the 3. Common Rock, the 2-year-old Bay filly by Zuma Kalade. Gene Weller of Republic owns and trains. First career start for the 3, Common Rock.
Number 4 is Ray's Parley Girl. Hank Levan in the sulky for trainer Bill Webb and owner. This is a nice 2-year-old filly by Cheyenne Ray. 2 starts this year, has picked up $314. That's a pie sign right there, 314. And as last time out, paced in 2:06 and 1. Ray's Party Girl. Number 5.
Mark St. Louis Jr. drives the 5. Kathy's Clown, 2-year-old Bay Philip, a Dancing Yankee, Jerome's Jet Mare. Jet's Dream, Jerry Migel of Westland, Michigan. Steve Novak trains, 3 starts on the year. Has 2 seconds, qualifying time 59 and 4 at Northfield Park.
That looks like a 5-2 right now. Kathy's Clown. Number 6 is Bank Roll Bonnie. Derek Flowers is in the, here they come. Derek Flowers will get back after the post parade here at Tiffin, Ohio.
3, 2-year-old filly pace for $7,160. Rod Adams Jr. on 3, Hank Levan on 4. 1 is Speedy as Hill, Jacob Baird. 2 is Seaside Dreams. And Orion Stoll. 3, Common Rock, make that driver Rod Adams Jr. 4, Ray's Parley Girl and Hank Levan. 5 is Kathy's Clown, Mark St. Louis Jr. 6, Bankroll Bonnie, Derek Flowers. And the 7, Lovers Waltz, Pierce Henry in the sulky. That's the field for race 3.
Yeah. Well, back row Bonnie, we'll just go with the Derek Flowers. This is a well-said filly. She's 3 starts, 2/3, 1,800. Actually, she is the second highest money winner in there. She's by Derek Flower owns and trains. Did he breed her? She was a Buckeye Classic, $3,000 yearling sale. Number 7 is
7 at Lovers Waltz, Pierce Henry. Pierce looking for his 9th win on the fair season. He drives for Robert Brooks, the 2-year-old Bay filly by Racing Hill out of the Yankee Cruiser mare. Sweetheart Dance was a $75,000 Ohio Select purchase for Ivy Holdings of Apple Creek, Ohio. Lovers Waltz has 5 starts this year, 1 win, 2 seconds, and a third, right at $6,000. A winner at Marion over that sloppy track of 2:11. Last time out at Oak Harbor, finished second, beaten 5 lengths. Pacing a mile, 2:03.3. The 7 Lovers Waltz, and that's a look at the field for the third. The 2-year-old Philly Pace, the first division.
Doug. That Lovers Waltz is 75,000. She's a nice filly. Robert Brooks train. It shows good time. Looking at just the names, say Bonnie, and then they have Kathy's Clown and Seaside Dreams. Kathy's Clown, let's go back. Being my old radio days on Oldies 104. What was it? 105, 104, yeah. WKPE, Orleans. They're out defunct. I put them out of business.
Yeah.
No, but they called me the ah guy. No, the Kathy's Clown was a song from 1957.
You got me, Tom.
The Everly Brothers.
Okay.
Well,
the gate's rolling. The Mike Weckenberg starting gate. Mike has called him in. His wife Becky is driving the gate tonight. A field of 7. Speedy as Hill. Seaside Dreams. Come on, Rock. Ray's Parlay Girl. Kathy's Clown. Bankroll Bonnie. And a Lovers Waltz. Looks as though like maybe the recall lights are on. Recall on the third.
Well, rain has stopped. That's one good thing. You called it, Doug. This is a new vocation for you.
I should be a weatherman, right?
That's right.
I said about a 15-minute rain.
Rain, yeah. That was right on the money. I'll tell you some of the forecasts they make, what they say, well, there's a 50% chance of rain and a 50% chance of not rain. Well, that's 50 years from now. But you called it.
Don't know what the recall was about or who it was charged to. See if Ayers announces anything.
Well, if it's equipment, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, it could be. 3, 4. Very well could. Well, 1, 2, 3. I believe they're all on the track unless somebody's going to go off yet for an equipment adjustment. Tom, we said the 7 Lovers Waltz, Pierce Henry, a $75,000 yearling purchase last fall. The 2-year-old Bay filly by Racing Hill out of the Yankee Cruiser mare, Sweetheart Dance. She's a good looker. She looks like she's worth $75,000. She hadn't quite proven herself yet. 5 starts, has a win, but that win was in 2:11.
And she's been on the board in all 4 starts.
All 4 starts.
4 out of 5. Now, as again, I emphasize, when a young horse, you cannot expect them to go out and bam, be a champion right away. Some take a long time to develop, but they do develop. And I've said, a good example, Ramden Woolley.
Yes.
He was nothing as a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
And,
I called his first race. He finished 5th, dead last in 2:23.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to bother with him. Another horse that didn't do anything as a 2-year-old was Big Towner. But he came on as a 3-year-old. He came on. Watch out.
Let's go to Ayers Ratliff with a call.
They're off and pacing except for one. Speedy as Hill has made a break as they leave away as they move around the first turn. Seaside Dreams on the inside, the outside, Common Rock. Common Rock is up to challenge, but now taking back and trying to settle into the pocket, doing just that. Rock and Roll Bonnie looks for a seat, looks to be finding it in third. It's a Kathy's Clown who's there in fourth as they move on up the backstretch. And there goes Kathy's Clown, was fourth, now third, now second. And Kathy's Clown, not clowning around here, bam, moves up and gets the lead as they move by the quarter, 31-2. And Kathy's Clown leads the way. Seaside Dreams is there in second. Few links back then to Common Rock in third. Pacing in fourth is Rock and Roll Bonnie. Next is Lover's Waltz. Then we find Ray's Parlay Girl, and Speedy as Hill is trying to catch up here as they move here to the half. And the leader, Kathy's Clown. Kathy's Clown by 2.5 lengths. In their second, Seaside Dreams. Common Rock is their third, the half in 1 minute, 3/5. Rock and Bankroll Bonnie is there in fourth. Pacing in fifth is Lover's Waltz, and that one moves to the outside as they're off the turn. They're up the backside onto 3/4, and Kathy's Clown is just toying with them here. Kathy's Clown is opened up by 7. Further back in second, Seaside Dreams from 3 wide, Lover's Waltz. In between them is Bankroll Bonnie, 131-2. Moving around the final turn, and Kathy's Clown continues to pour it on. The races for place as they come to the top of the stretch, and if this was a fight, they'd have stopped it. It's Kathy's Clown out there by double digits. Further back, trying to move into second is Lover's Waltz, but Kathy's Clown has that red nose on top, and Kathy's Clown will win. Finishing second is Lover's Waltz. Bankroll Bonnie is third. 202-4.
Doug Ballinger from the last half, and 102-1. Last quarter, 31-2. Kathy's Clown, she made a laughingstock of the field.
Yes, sir. Mark St. Louis pulled her as they got straightened out by the opening 8. Across the backside, she just picked them off 1-1, 31-2. Minute 3/5, 131-2. Lover's Waltz, we talked about just moments ago, that $75,000 purchase, up for second. Her second place finish on the year with 1 win.
That Kathy's Clown, Gerald Mia of Michigan, owned and bred her, so she doesn't have a price tag on her. She might now. People always like the horses. I want to sell her. Not yet. But good mile for her out there. And 2-2-4. That track, again, as we mentioned, it is in good shape. You could hear the horse's hooves. It isn't a sloppy track, a little cuppy, but is in great shape. Plotted still. She got some water up in the first turn there, but that's along the rail. Plaudits to the track crew, and they're out doing their thing right now.
Mark St. Louis Jr. gets the winning drive. He's not in the top 10 drivers this year. He's driving a lot at the race meets at Scioto Downs, so he's not at the fairs very often. So
he's up at Northfield too.
Northfield and Scioto Downs. I think he had 108 wins last year. It was our leading driver in the county fairs. Kathy's Clown returned 620. 5-7-6 try, $15.40. 2-year-old Bay Filly, but Dancing Yankee.
It's
Jerome's Jet Mare, Jet's Dream.
2-year-old Bay Filly by Dancing Yankee. At a Jet's Dream by Jeremy's Jet. I'm a Gerald Nigel, trained by Steve Novak, and Mark St. Louis Jr., the winning driver, 202-4. This one sponsored by Kalmbach Feeds. I got their golf cart.
That's the way to do it. Fourth start. First win, had 2 seconds under her belt.
Side Dreams 5th, Common Rock 6th. Ray's Parlay Girl 4th, Kathy's Clown the winner. Bankroll Bonnie was 3rd, Lover's Waltz 2nd. 7-5-6, 4-1-3, 2 on the bottom, 31-2. 1 minute 3/5. 131 and 2, 202 and 4. Upcoming 4.
From Jackson, Ohio. He's speed superintendent at Wellston, the Jackson County Fair. Does a great job down there at Wellston.
Another nice little fair. Very homey, very family orientated, and good people down through Jackson County.
Get our official results for the third. Here's Ratcliffe as our announcer tonight.
We got him. He did the rundown. Pretty sure.
Oh, we got the rundown?
Yeah,
Did we?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Tom Pye, it's on to the fourth race. 3-year-old filly trotters for $6,690. Field of 5, Tom's Julie. LT Madonna. Tom hands it over. Spiritual Faith. Deets Lightning. Let's take a break and we'll be back to Tiffin, Ohio right after this.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
Well, we're back here at the Seneca County Fair in Tiffin. G. Vardell says Lucky Lady Volo wins the Ohio Sire Stake 2-year-old filly trot. First division at Northfield Park tonight for Dan Noble in 157-3. Checking in tonight is Annie Whipker, Don Wetzinger, and David Mark checks in. David Mark says, just thought of Chris Patterson when Ayers Ratcliffe said if it was a fight, they would stop it. And David, when it was coming down the stretch, you pretty much know every announcer's saying, and I knew that was going to be coming out of Ayers' mouth.
That they says it one more time. No, I want to give Bob Bucyrus. Just everyone shipped out of Bucyrus, all the campers and all that. I've got a new fan, a harness racing fan from a family from Nevada, and the Bart family. Just give them a shout out, and hope you're enjoying the races. This is this is how they came. Last year they were showing turkeys or chickens. I don't know, some fowl bird. And this year they brought in rabbits, and they won their share of ribbons. They don't know what they'll bring back next year. I says, bring something edible. That's what, But so they're out there in Nevada. Now, I don't know if you're not from the area, but why do they call it? It's spelled Nevada, but you have to pronounce Nevada, and that is beyond me. I don't know. It's Nevada. Doug Ballinger, do we have a linguist?
I don't know.
You're a good weatherman. We know you're a good weatherman. We got to get a linguist. But yeah, it's funny when you see people looking at the races for the first time, and there's a lot of questions, and
looking across the way at the judges' stand. That judges' stand was there in 1974 and 1975 when I called races here.
The same one?
I was probably 20 years old. That same judges' stand. They might have did a little work to it. I called races here, I believe, in 74 and 75. And I had to, work during the day, had a full-time job. And with kids, little kids at home, this was just kind of too far for me. So I hadn't been here till 2 years ago. It was about 50 years later. I came back with the Ohio Harness Horsemen. 2 years ago, I wasn't here on the schedule last year, but nice fair.
Brings back memories.
Brings back memories.
Yeah.
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 Wish I had those days back. Time's running out.
I'll tell you, but you got to live to the fullest. You got whatever's going.
Well, I mean calling races.
Oh, no, you don't know. You still can call one or two.
Well, Bill Peters has got 66 years in. Roger Houston, 66. I have 56, so I got to go 10 just to catch them.
Sure, that's.
Well, but they're going to keep going probably. Roger Houston is at Northfield Park tonight. Tomorrow he will call a doubleheader at Mount Vernon.
And
I don't know how he keeps going.
I do not know, and I asked him myself, "How do you do it, Roger?" Because I says I'm one, and he's got 10 years on me, but he's constantly with his voice, and I says, my voice will go, and which is everyone's thankful for, but I get tired and I start getting creaky. But he's sort of strong and powerful, and yours too, Doug. You got a good, powerful voice. All I can do is turn the volume up.
So if you don't want to listen to me, you can just turn me off.
A woman I know, she was 99 years old, one called her grandma, and she had the hearing aid that would whistle. Because when she turned it up, and it was like it was going, but people would call Mayday, Mayday. But she was smart when everyone started hollering back and forth. She'd just turn it right off, sitting there and smile, and she'd knit or crochet.
Jay Wolf from Delaware, Ohio, has checked in. He's watching tonight.
Hey, Jay Wolf, what's happening?
I don't know if Jay, a lot of times he goes to Mount Vernon. I don't know if he's on. Are you going to Mount Vernon?
I'm going to Mount Vernon for the day.
For the whole day?
No, just for the day. I'm not for the night.
Oh, just for the night. Okay.
I'm part-timer.
You're part-time. I think Susan's going to be there.
Susan Schroeder.
And tomorrow morning at Marysville, the newlywed, Ashley Daly, is going to be there with Jasmine Arnold. And I'll be there.
Now, Ashley got married?
Yes, Ashley got married. You don't know that? Didn't know that?
Didn't know that.
Where you been?
Sponsored by Xcaret Mexican Restaurant. 3-year-old filly trotters, a purse $6,690. No change here in the fourth. One is Tom's Julie Maikai. 2, LT Madonna, Clifton Bell. 3 is Tom Hands It Over, Mark St. Louis Jr. 4, Spiritual Faith, Emmanuel Miller. And the 5, Dietz Lightning, Dan Vignier in the sulky. That is the field for the fourth race.
Let's go off. We'll start with Tom's Jewelry. Mike High trains and drives, and Donald Ehi of Cardington, Ohio, is the owner on this 3-year-old filly by Long Tom. Last week at Bucyrus, wired the field in a maiden and win for fun. She's got 9 lifetime starts, and 2 starts this year, with 1 win. Number 2 is...
Tom, the 2 is LT Madonna, Clifton Bell for Kurt Massey, the 3-year-old bay filly by Long Tom out of the credit winner mare. Holy Mary was a $10,000 Ohio Select purchase 2 years ago. His own by Jeannie Massey, Patricia Jury, and Jim Mays of Ohio, 5 starts on the year, has 1 second. A little over $13,000 in earnings for the 2, LT Madonna.
Number 3 is Tom Hands It Over. And it's a filly by Long Tom out of Miss Riggs by Big Riggs. Steve Novak trains for Gerald Meja of Westland, Michigan. Mark St. Louis in the sulky. She's got 4 starts this year, 1 second. Has trotted in 2-4 at Northfield. Actually 2-2 and 3. She's been up the big time, but she's still looking for her first win. Number 3, Tom Hands It Over. Number 4 is
Spiritual Faith, Emmanuel Miller for Chris Beaver. 3-0 Bay Philip Marseille out of Victory Sam Mare, Betty Sam. $15,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. 10 starts in the year, has a win, 3 seconds, 3/3. $17,559 and 3 at Northfield Park. The 4, Spiritual Faith.
as they move in behind the gate. Number 5, Dietz Lighting. Dan Veneer is in the sulky, is a trainer, and she's got cash. She got $42,000 on a card. She's a bankroll in this race. Here's the 4th, and here's Ratliff.
They're off into trotting, and it's Dietz Lightning who just fires off the gate looking for the lead. And there to be second is Spiritual Faith. Tom's Julie is for there to be third. LT Madonna 4th. Tom Hands It Over after a break is distant 5th as they move into the backstretch. And Dietz Lightning off of a win at Oak Harbor leads the way. Spiritual Faith is there in second. Tom's Julie is in third. Over there 4th, LT Madonna. And Tom Hands It Over trails 31 the opening quarter. Into the turn they go. And Venier leads the way with Dietz Lightning by a length and a half. Spiritual Faith is there in second. Tom's Julie is trying to tighten in third. LT Madonna's there 4th with Tom Hands It Over. They straighten away and move down here to the half. Dietz Lightning is out there and on the lead in their second. Spiritual Faith. Tom's Julie is there in third and is still getting closer in their 4th. LT Madonna. Tom Hands It Over still trails the half in 103 and 1. On into the turn they go. Dietz Lightning is the leader. In their second, Spiritual Faith, it's Tom's Julie in third. LT Madonna 4th and Tom Hands It Over. They straighten away into the backstretch, and Dietz Lightning thus far has not had an anxious moment. Spiritual Faith looks to be the only one with a shot at her in second. Tom's Julie is there in third. Over there 4th, LT Madonna. They move by 3/4. Dietz Lightning gets them there in 134 and 1. In their second is still Spiritual Faith. Tom's Julie is third. They'll move around this final turn. Dietz Lightning a length and 3/4. In their second is Spiritual Faith, who's trying to peek to the outside. So Venier now shakes up Dietz Lightning for the drive. They're into the stretch. On their inside, Dietz Lightning. Outside, Spiritual Faith. It is Dietz Lightning. Dietz Lightning from start to finish. Spiritual Faith finishing second. Tom's Julie was third.
2:03 and 2.
Time of the mile, 2:03 and 2.
With the last quarter, 29 and 1, Doug Ballinger. Dietz Lighting lit up the night. Let's gonna light up the tote forward because she's 1 to 5. That gets what, 20 cents on the dollar.
Dan Veneer. Owns a
Dangerous.
partnership and trains. Veneer out of Pemberville. John Kay and Leanne Saunders of Castle Rock, Colorado own. This was a $19,000 Buckeye Classic purchase. The 3-0 Bay filly by And Away We Go out of the Train for the Future mare. Rose Run Leah picks up her 4th win of the year. Earnings now right at $24,000. A winner tonight in 2:03 and 2. She got every call. 31 seconds, 103 and 1, 134 and 1 for Dietz Lightning and Dan Veneer.
Coming her last half in a minute and a 5th.
Pretty much a hand drive.
Oh, yeah. Just under a line drive. That was she showed it like she was 1 to 5, and the 4 went off 7 to 2. You have your probably a $3 Quinella coming up. 240. That's good. It's better than throwing them away. Last year, she was very impressive. She tailed off, but she did win 7 races out of 15. And this year, that was a 4th win in 11 starts. So she's coming back, too.
So through 4 races, we've had 4 different trainers with wins and 4 different drivers with wins. Nobody has doubled up as yet. Dan Veneer returns to the winner's circle with Dietz Lightning.
Dietz Lightning. I'm again, what was we talking about? I was always calling her Dietz Lightning, but it's Dietz Lighting. I always call her Lightning.
Into the winner's circle after winning the 4th race, sponsored by X-Correct Mexican Restaurant, the 5, Dietz Lighting. 3-year-old Bay Filly by and away we go. At a Rose Run Leah by Train for the Future. All by Venier Racing, John and Leanne Saunders. Dan Venier trains and is the winning driver. Time of the mile 2:03 and 2. Tom's Julie was 3rd. LT Madonna 4th. Tom hands it over 5th. Spiritual Faith 2nd. D's Lighting the winner. 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 31, 103 and 1, 134 and 1, 203 and 2.
So that's the 4th. And Doug Bellinger's not have a nice evening now. It's cooled down.
Yes, it's cooled down.
The humidity is there, but it's not that oppressive hot humidity. So we're going to 5th
Current
race.
temperature is 75 degrees.
75 degrees here in beautiful downtown Tiffin.
A low of 68. The chance of rain, 35% at 8 o'clock, an hour from now. Slight chance, 35%.
So what's the odds on that? That's 4 to 5 or 6 to 5.
I think it's a little bit of a sprinkle now. So Tom Pye up next is the 5th race. 3-year-old Colt Pace for $4,714. Cleveland Top Rookie, JB Magic, Legendary Photo, Ricky Merlot, and Spartan Hill. Tom will be back to take a look at these 5 Pacers right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Own a little and love it a lot. The Stable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. The Stable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
Well, we're back here at Seneca County Fair in Tiffin, Ohio. Fair Racing Conference action. Matt Clark. I'm Doug Ballinger. Tom Pye, the harness guys, with us tonight. Guys, down below here, when he had his passport, wanting some stickers, I put them on there. He's been to every fair so far. He's been to Paulding, Circleville, Ottawa, Marion, Bellefontaine, Wilmington, Cortland, Wellston, Oak Harbor, Hilliard, Lebanon. And one of the fairs he wasn't at. It might have been 11, and that was it. Carrollton, he's here tonight. He's going tomorrow to Marysville, and then he's going to hit 3 of them tomorrow. How was he going to do that? He's going to Marysville.
That's early.
And then he's going to go to Mount Vernon, and then he's going to be here tomorrow night. He's going to hit 3 in one day. So Roy James, is it Roy James, our winner last? Roy's down the way here. He might have his work cut out for him this year.
But actually, Doug, that sounds like Matt Clark's schedule.
Well, yeah. Now, Matt, I guess I could put stickers on him.
See, stickers all.
I don't know if
I'd love to eat and drink all day at the jug instead of working,
Yeah.
but
I don't
think
know
Frank
what
was on board with that.
I don't know what Frank Frost would say if you'd come in with your whole book full of stickers. I mean, you wouldn't be lying. You'd be telling the truth.
No.
Right.
Now, I don't know if you're eligible.
They call him Sticker Man, Matt Clark. But yeah.
But I didn't get the gentleman's name. I've been around him at a few fairs already this year. Well, he sat right beside us, I believe, that one night at Oak Harbor, Matt.
Yep.
That's going to be an effort tomorrow going from the.
Yep, 3 fairs in one day. That's pretty tough to beat.
It is. Yeah. And you got to have a good book of maps, GPS, or you got to know your way around. Because myself, traveling through Ohio, and I used to try and take the short cuts with the scenic tour. Don't do that anymore. I just get there. But yeah. But Ohio is a beautiful, beautiful state. And right now the corner's about 3 feet high.
This crowd tonight is probably as good. How would this compare to Bucyrus? Now, Bucyrus had a great crowd.
Big crowd.
They had a big crowd, didn't they?
Good crowd there. And they had the, and that was on Thursday. They had a big crowd. And, of course, they had. But even on Wednesday, they had the Buckeye Stallion Series.
Yes.
4 divisions for the 2-year-old filly trotters, each one going for $20,000. When you talk about a county fair having races for $20,000, I mean, that's like Greenville and Delaware, Ohio type of races. But
and the Buckeye Stallion Series, I believe it was 2-year-old colt trotters at Bucyrus. And I believe it's 2-year-old colt pacers go at Urbana on a Monday night. Let me get you that date. That'll be a big night of racing.
Urbana
you can pick it up here on Facebook, or it'll be Monday, August 4th. I believe it's a 6:30 post time. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast team will be there.
Randy Leopard wanted to do that, or did that intentionally, put it on a Monday night to hopefully get, a lot of the Scioto drivers down there.
We usually go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I know, talking to Randy last year, he wanted to do it, but it was too late. The Buckeye Stallion Series was already mapped out, and they had them for Tuesday. So should be a great night of racing. And that's their chamber night a lot. I think there's a TV after every race.
Mm-hmm. They get a ton of good prizes down there. It's a huge turnout. A really nice fair and a very fast track, so it should be a lot of fun.
A lot of living legends come out of Urbana.
Bob Seabrook was from that area. Dick Buxton.
Yeah. Toothpick. The Toothpick.
Yes. Partial.
Yes.
Doc Partial.
Yeah.
Doc Partial.
He passed when he was 52 years old.
Really?
And it was in 1950. And you could think of the great horses he's developed in his short lifetime. And
well, the Doc Partials at Greenville have been going on, I know, since 1970.
Yeah.
So that's 55 years roughly, right? At least.
Only
maybe
55.
Longer than that.
Only 55.
Let's go to the post parade with Ayers Ratliff.
Change here in race 5. 1 is Cleveland top rookie, Alex Hawk. 2, JB Magic, Drew Neal is up. 3, Legendary Photo, and Rod Allens Jr. 4, Ricky Merlot, Ryan Stahl. And the 5, Spartan Hill, Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky. That's the field for the 5th race. 3-year-old Colt Pace. This one sponsored by MC Insurance Services.
As we look at saying years go by or whatever, this is only JB Magic is a 3-year-old, but last year at the matinee won at Bucyrus in 2:10, and that time
most
bar,
definitely he did. Yes, he was very nice last year. Nice colt.
Made $54,000.
Yes, he had some troubles this year. Had an ulcer. He's back to his
getting back
form right now. He had an ulcer, I heard, and he raced very well his last 2 starts. He's owned by Robert Geist of my hometown. Bob Geist is the director of harness racing at Mercer County Fair. His favorite football player was Jim Brown. So when they bought JB Magic at the Blooded Horse sale for $12,000, Emerald Highland Farms had bred him, and so he changed his name to JB Magic after Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. And they still put up his statistics, Jim Brown, and they're amazing today. And longevity and how he was. And just to think, and that's, Skip Hoovler, okay? And he played pro of course he played for Ohio State and all that. And he said that he was lucky because he didn't get injured, right? And that's one thing. There's been so many great players, football, baseball, hockey, basketball. If you're not, especially even horses, if you're not healthy, if you don't have the luck of staying healthy, you're out of it. It's too bad because with baseball, they talked years ago when Ted Williams, Ted Williams, last man to bat 400.
Oh, yes.
With the Boston Red Sox. But said he looked at, they were talking about him being the last player to hit 400, and he says, I'm looking at him right now. And he looked at Nomar Garciaparra, and Nomar was an excellent ball player. And ironically, a friend of mine was a manager of the Orleans Cardinals, the Cape Cod League, and Nomar was a player of the decade.
Yes.
But Nomar did not stay healthy. So that was and that's what happens to so many people. Got to stay healthy, wealthy, and wise, especially. Here they come for the 5th race at Tiffin, the Seneca County Fair.
Here up and pacing, JB Magic is trying to fire up to the lead on the inside. Cleveland Top Rookie. Those 2 square off early around the first turn. Ricky Merlot is there in 3rd, pacing 4th. Legendary Photo. Spartan Hill trails. So they're going at it early on like Donald Trump and CNN as they go on up the backside. And Cleveland Top Rookie with the lead. JB Magic is now forced to grab leather and tuck in their 2nd. Ricky Merlot 3rd, opening quarter, 28-4. On into the turn they go. Cleveland Top Rookie. JB Magic is back for more on the outside as they move around the turn and they straighten away and pace onto the half. JB Magic by a nose. Inside Cleveland Top Rookie. These 2 tit for tat by the half. Further back in 3rd is Ricky Merlot, over there to be 4th. Then we have Legendary Photo and Spartan Hall. They went by the half in 57-4. On into the turn they go. Cleveland Top Rookie. They're in 2nd. JB Magic. Ricky Merlot is 3rd. Spartan Hill has moved to the outside with the trailer Legendary Photo as they're into the backstretch. And Cleveland Top Rookie now leads them by 4. In there to be 2nd is JB Magic. Ricky Merlot is trying to close in 3rd. In their fourth is Legendary Photo, moving by 3/4 in 1:28.1. Moving around the final turn, Cleveland Top Rookie's taking a lot of heat. He's trying to see it through. He's tired but leading the way. Ricky Merlot will try to reel him in here, but is running out of time. They're at the top of the stretch. Cleveland Top Rookie is pacing on fumes. In their second, Ricky Merlot still trying, but the time is clicking by, and it's Cleveland Top Rookie to win. In their second is Ricky Merlot, and Legendary Photo was third. 158-4.
158-4. Cleveland Top Rookie and JB Magic slugging it out.
There had to be a winner and there had to be a loser.
The winner was Cleveland Top Rookie, and the loser was JB Magic, as he tired and finished fifth. 28-4, 57-4, 128-1, 158-4. Cleveland Top Rookie. The 3-year-old Bay Gold son of Catch the Fire was a $20,000 Ohio Select purchase. Philip Groves of Sydney, Ohio, owns N Trains. Cleveland Top Rookie, 12 starts now on the year. 3 wins, 4 seconds, and a third. Earnings now $16,000 this year.
Just gets him up right about the $30,000 lifetime. Cleveland Top Rookie. Now I wonder who they named him after. Who's a?
So we do have some t-shirt talk going on here. Paisley, who won her softball championship game earlier today. So congratulations, Paisley.
About halfway across the infield, and then they saw that there's a golf cart here. Oh. They were just pointing back at it. They might take the ride back anyway.
Was this day in 1905? Cy Young of the Cleveland Naps won his 500th win. They'll never break that. Cy was from Chillicothe, Ohio. As they call him, his name was Denton, and they called him Cy Young because he threw the ball like a cyclone. There they are. Those kids that tuck it out, they'll sleep good tonight. It's a good long run.
Still got about a 16th of a mile to go to get to the winner's
Will they make it?
That's the worst part. That's the
Philip
wet
Groves,
stuff there.
get a shot of him running right there toward a horse. Philip Groves is a head basketball coach at Botkins, Ohio. He's had some good teams. Never knew that till a couple of years ago.
What was the pacer he had in the Signature Series all last year?
Oh, boy.
He just went up to Canada.
He's got the record here, I believe. I hate to have to look it up.
I cannot believe I can't.
Turek Seelster.
Yeah,
I was going to remember it before I looked it up. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Groves, who also trains Alex Hawk, the winning driver, 158-4, sponsored by MC Insurance Services.
Kid got an arm on her. There you go.
Oh, I kind of remember that from last year. Yeah, she was rifling them up to the top row.
Cleveland Top Rookie was the winner. JB Magic 4th, Legendary Photo 3rd, Ricky Merlot 2nd, Spartan Hill 5th. 1-4-3-2-5, 28-4, 57-4, 128-1, 158-4.
As we mentioned, Philip Groves owns and trains Cleveland Top Rookie. Turek Seelster was his old standby at all these fairs. He's in Canada now racing, but little history on Philip Groves. His grandfather was Claude Pete Harvey. I used to clean stalls for him. He had a horse by the name of Buckeye Howell, raced in Chicago, was a very good horse. Now, this is a true story. Pete Harvey had his chance of buying Rambling Shorty or Rambling Willie. He was a stock buyer, livestock buyer, and Paul Seibert was his partner out of Cincinnati. They bought livestock together. So he told Paul Seibert, he said, there's 2 horses for sale. that Raymond Gibson in Monroeville, Indiana has Rambling Shorty and Rambling Willie. You can take your pick for $15,000. He said, I'm going to buy Rambling Shorty. He said, you ought to buy Rambling Willie. Well, Pete picked the wrong one, but Rambling Shorty raced in Chicago was still a very good horse.
And
So that's
Rambling
a little
Willie,
bit of history there on
Rambling
Pete
Willie
Harvey.
went on to win 128 races and
2.8 million, I believe.
Yeah, right out of Richwood, Ohio.
But
there.
yes, that's where Paul
well-
Seibert, I believe, was Vivian Farrington's
uncle.
Was it uncle? And he would give Willie would give 10%.
Oh
and
no,
was it her?
No.
Was it
She
her
gave her father was the
pastor?
pastor.
At Richwood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Siebert was just the owner. Yeah.
Yes.
But the Richwood, little small town.
Yes.
Very
yeah.
nice. All these little towns that we run through, they're just nice to visit to
Yes.
see.
But that's just a little bit of history on Philip Grove's grandfather, Pete Harvey.
Pete Harvey, the rest of the story. Very good. And this right there, there's historian Doug Bellinger. We have the weatherman Doug Bellinger, the announcer Doug Bellinger. This man, he's unbelievable.
So 2-year-old Colt Trotters are up next for $7,030. Field of 6. We'll be back to take a look at these trotters right after this.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the Cool Winds of November.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
We are back. Doug Ballinger.
Tom Pye, sixth race, 2-year-old Colt Trotters, the one winning Winding Path. Ed Greeno Jr. trains and drives. E.G. Trot of Finley owns. 2-year-old Bago, the son of Enterprise, out of the Kentab Hall mare. Why I Did Hanover. 5 starts for Winding Path this year. The 2-year-old has 2 wins and 3 seconds, 6,200, 205 and 3 at Wilmington.
Number 2 is Hunt Club. John Koneski III. Hark, I hear the call to post for the 6th race here at Tiffin.
Colt Trot, sponsored by Tyler Dudgeon Farrier, for $7,030. 1 will be a Winding Path with Ed Greeno Jr. 2, Hunt Club, John Koneski III drives. 3, Tomboy's Dream and Bob Rowland. 4 is Golden Enterprise, Cody Greeno. 5, What Luck, Greg Bateson. And the 6, TC's Naughty Boy, Jay Weller. In the sulky.
Yeah, the Koneskis III, owned by Ivan and Lisa and Brooke and Brett Sugg of Deschler, Ohio, is one of our Hall of Fame members here, Ivan. And this gelding by Long Tom has 3 starts, 2 thirds this year. Trotted in 2, 5, and 3 at Northfield. That was on the 19th of June, which is over a month ago. Last week was trotted 2, 9 at Bell Fountain. What was that? Yeah, Bell Fountain.
Yes.
Okay. Number 3 is
Tomboy's Dream is the 3, Tom Pye. Bob Rowland, 2-year-old big of the son of a long Tom out of the Tom Ridge mare. Ruffles Have Ridges. Ruffles Have Ridges is the dam of John Koneski's great trotter. Give me the name.
Stony Ridge Top.
Stony Ridge Top.
He still just won the other.
Yes, he won and maybe
Carrollton.
broke the track record at Oak Harbor.
Yeah.
Bob Rowland trains. One start this year, that was at Oak Harbor. We saw him last week, Matt. He finished 6th. Trotted a mile, 2:08.4. The 3, Tomboy's Dream.
Number 4 is Golden Enterprise. Ed Greeno Jr. trains. Cody Greeno in the sulky, owned by E.G. Trot LLC of Findlay, Ohio. This 2-year-old colt by Enterprise out of Cantab Hall there. 4 starts this year. No wins, 1 second. Has 2,200 in the card. Last week at Lebanon, trotted in 2, 8, and 1. And that was the best time. So it's coming around just in time. Number 5 is
Greg Bateson drives the 5. Watt Luck, Erner Stairs, owns and trains from Sand Creek, Michigan. The 2-year-old bay colt by Watt the Hill out of the Cincinnati Kid mare. Ellen's Lucky Roll, 3 starts this year, has a win, 2 seconds. That win coming at Marion over that sloppy track of 2:23. The 5, Watt Luck with driver Greg Bateson.
Number 6 is TC's Naughty Boy. Jay Weller owns and Jay Weller trains and drives for Jay and Louise Weller of Republic. Why, that's just across the way from here, Republic is. And Ashley Brainerd of Haskins, Ohio. This 2-year-old gelding by Triumphant Caviar is out of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. And but that's the mares by the Naughty Nanny. Got 3 starts, 1/3 this year. Has trotted 2, 5, and 1 over at Bell Fountain. The last line to be announced was, and I didn't get that, but TC's Naughty Boy, I believe, won at Bucyrus. Now that Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Let's go to Ayers Ratcliffe to give us a call.
Here, off and trotting, and What Luck rolls out of the gate looking for the lead. In there is B. Second comes Golden Enterprise to the outside. TC's Naughty Boy is on the move early on. Winding Path is an early 4th. Over there, 5th, Hunt Club and the trailer. Tomboy's Dream as they will move into the backstretch. What Luck and Greg Bateson out there by a length and a half. TC's Naughty Boy is on the outside, 2nd at the rail. Golden Enterprise 3rd. Winding Path is there in 4th. In there to be 5th, Hunt Club, 31 and 3. The trailer, Tomboy's Dream. In and around the turn they go. What Luck leads them still by 2. In their 2nd, TC's a Naughty Boy in their 3rd. Golden Enterprise. Winding Path in 4th. Over their 5th, that's Hunt Club. And that trailer, Tomboy's Dream. Coming here by the halfway mile mark of the race, and out there and on top, it's What Luck. Rolling up on the outside now, here comes Winding Path trying to challenge the leader. The half in 1:04 and 1. Into the turn they go, and What Luck had slowed down the tempo, but has had to pick it up here. Winding Path is now settled in their 2nd. TC's Naughty Boy in 3rd to the outside. It's a Hunt Club in 4th, and he's now jumped it off stride as they now scamper up the backstretch. Now tipping from the 3-hole, TC's Naughty Boy trying to come up after What Luck, but What Luck is now kicked clear by 3. TC's Naughty Boy in 2nd, 136 and 2. In and around the final turn, What Luck leading. The Naughty Boy is closing in their 2nd over their 3rd. Winding Path with the Golden Enterprise at the top of the stretch. What Luck turning first. TC's Naughty Boy is there in second. They'll slug it out for third, but it's What Luck. What Luck leads them here, and What Luck from start to finish. TC's Naughty Boy finishing second, and Golden Enterprise is third. Time of the mile, 2:06.1.
Last quarter in 29.4.
2:06.1. What Luck, the 2-year-old bay colt, but what the hill. This is a homebred. Ernest Ayers of Sand Creek, Michigan. Greg Bateson gets the winning drive. Didn't get a quarter time on that. Half in 4-1, 3/4 36-2. Home in 2:06.1. Be a lifetime mark.
Yes,
for
it is.
the winner.
It's very impressive. Greg Bateson just aimed for the finish line. That's the whole mile. What Luck.
Nice mile by the 6, TC's Naughty Boy. Coming out of post 6, track that leader the whole way.
He trotted a mile, 2:06.2, 2:06.3. Well, maybe around there, but excellent mile for him. The track isn't bad, but it is a bit cuppy now.
We've had 6 races. 6 different trainers have won, and 6 different drivers. Hank Levan, Emmanuel Miller, Mark St. Louis Jr., Dan Vinier, Alex Hawk, and Greg Bateson are our winning drivers tonight.
We've got to get either Aaron Merriman or Chris Page. Have them come over here. Now they win. They don't only just won. They're Aaron, had 6 the other night.
Yes.
Chris,
I noticed something yesterday at the Meadows.
Dave Pallone.
Burke was 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
In the one elimination of the Adios, he had the trifecta, and it paid a couple $100 for a Burke trifecta.
A Burke trifecta. That's
Key roll by Cincinnati Kid, by Ernest Ayers, who also trains. Greg Bateson, the winning driver. Time of the mile, 2:06.1. Are we official? Are we official with that? Yeah. Dudgeon Farrier. Winding Path was 5th. Hunt Club 4th. Tomboy's Dream 6th. Golden Enterprise 3rd. What Luck the winner. TC's Naughty Boy was 2nd. Recheck top down to 5, 4, 6, 3, 1, 2 on the bottom. 31 and 3. 104 and 1. 136 and 2. 206 and 1.
Well, Tom Paya onto the 7th, 2-year-old filly Pacers. Spots with Greenfield Stables for $7,160. You can pick up or print your program off if you like off of the harnessracingohio.com. I believe it's an hour before post time.
Every program,
every
race card, you can get
race card
printed out, and I can follow along and see how many mistakes I make. That's not how you pronounce that. Of course, I know it is. But this 7th we have a scratch, the full body stare. Just a little shy tonight, so he's been scratched. So 7th is a 2-year-old filly Pace, and we shall return to Tiffin, Ohio, and the Seneca County Fair after these few messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Well, we're back here at Tiffin, Ohio. We dodged a pretty good storm. The track is tacky now. They're still going some good miles, but for about 20 minutes we had some good rain, Tom.
It is, and it packed the track down, but you can see leaving the footprints out there, and they're working good to take them off. But race was last half in 2 flat minute and 2 seconds, and last quarter 29 and 4. And again, Greg Bateson was just riding with that colt. And TC's naughty boy made an effort, but didn't get up there.
Well, let's take a look at these 2-year-old fillies for the 7th. $7,160 Greenfield Stable blanket. Beginning with the 1, Racing Artist. Hank Levan picks up the drive for trainer Bill Webb. Webb owns in partnership with Denny Miller of Archbold, Ohio. This is a homebred by Webb, a 2-year-old bay filly by Racing Hill at the Artistic Fellow Little Miss Artist. 2 starts this year, has a 2nd and a 3rd. Second place finish came at Paulding, where she finished 2nd, beating a length and a quarter, paced a mile in 2:07. Last time out at Oak Harbor, finished 2nd, placed 3rd, pacing a mile in 2:02 and 3. Number 1, Racing Artist, driver's change to Hank Levan.
Number 2 is T Swifty Babe. This is Ryan Stahl trainee. Driven that tonight by Manny Miller, coming off a 3rd place finish in Bucyrus. As this is his 3rd lifetime start. It's a 2-year-old filly by Summa Cum Laude, out of Real Ravishing by Real Desire. She shows 2-3 at Oak Harbor. She was placed 2nd over Racing Artist. So, number 2, T Swifty Babe and Manny Miller. Number 3 is
Ryan Stahl, the 3, Wine After Whiskey. This is a 2-year-old bay filly by Rockin' Amadeus out of the Ponderosa mare. Lucille Armour Road, Ryan R. and Nicole Lee Stahl, Republic owned. Ryan trains. Trying to go 2 for 2 this year. Winner of $3,500. Winner last time out, 2:02 and 3 at Oak Harbor. Line to be announced at Bucyrus. How good your memory? Was a winner, so she's 2 for 2, trying to make it 3
for 3. 3 straight in the Buckeye State. Now she went in 2-1 flat at Bucyrus, and that was on the 17th. So that was the wet day. So full body stare is scratched. Number 5 is Pink Lily. This is a filly by Rockin' Amadeus. Rockin' Amadeus. Punches a Pilgrim by Pilgrim's Punch. And Pierce Henry is a driver in the sulky for Jason Elser. Shelley Elser of Montpelier, Ohio, is the owner. 1 for 2 with the 3rd. She won last week. This is the one that was the winner of the race over the other 2 that were placed 2nd and 3rd. She won 2-2 and 1 on the last half, down the half, and 59, cut the mile, zigging down there. The track was listed as good at Oak Harbor. But Pink Lily, Pierce Henry, number 5. And number 6 is
Don't Bruise Deb. Mark St. Louis drives for Steve Novak, high stakes stable. Farmington Hills, Michigan owned. This 2-year-old bay fillies by Dancing Yankee. Out of the Believe in Bruiser mare, Don't Bruise Carry. 2 starts on the year, has made several breaks in each start. The 6, Don't Bruise Deb.
Number 7 is Yankee Moonlight with Hank Levan for trainer Ed Conrad. Rate filly by Yankee Cruiser out of Always Sunday by Liz Mara. Owned by Jim Stables, LLC of Hudson, Michigan. 2 starts, no wins, and 1/3. Paced in Oak Harbor in 2, 6, and 4 was 3rd. That was the 3rd. Shows that this is only a 3rd lifetime start. These fillies are looking good, and they're coming on themselves. They're only 2 starts. This is the 3rd start. So this is a purse of $7,160. Total purse of $14,320. Nice, good chunk of change to go for.
Mick Foster is watching tonight. Daryl Carrier, Tim Conkright, J.D. Varnell, Justin Hall, Scott Carlton, Tim Conkright, David Meyer. Several from Ireland checking in tonight. Let's get our post parade.
Ireland forever.
Here are the horses for race 7. 2-year-old filly Pacer, sponsored by Greenfield Stables. Purse $7,160. 1 Racing Artist. Make the driver Hank Levan. 2 T Swifty Babe. Driver change Emmanuel Miller. 3 Wine After Whiskey. Ryan Stahl is up. The 4 is out. 5 Pink Lily with Pierce Henry. The 1 was coming. 6 Don't Bruise Deb, Mark St. Louis Jr. And the 7 Yankee Moonlight, Ed Conrad in the sulky. That's the field for race 7. Hank Levan on 1, Emmanuel Miller on 2.
I've noticed this twice this year. I noticed it at Oak Harbor and at Washington Courthouse. Both these, they both won, and that's when you really notice it. It was a 3-year-old black filly. 3-year-old brown filly, it said, but definitely black. But I was told that it's by what color their nose is. Can you explain that?
By the muzzle, yeah, absolutely. With their muzzle right around their mouth.
Okay.
If they got brown, they're a brown. That's how they color. And you see it completely, or bay. Yeah, you see a bay, but if the color of their right around their muzzle.
Okay. I know Mike Wepkenberg, he explained that to me. Now here, what made me think of that, Ryan Stahl, the 2-year-old bay filly, but she has a white blaze, and over her one eye it's white, but around her mouth then it was white.
That's called a snip.
A snip. And I think, well, I think Mike told me.
I'm making these up as I go. No.
But Mike told me on the bay filly that was black, had brown on her nose, they call that a seal.
A seal? Now,
yes. That's what he said.
Okay. I thought it was a snip.
Okay.
See?
No.
And Mike has got more experience and knowledge than I ever will. He's been around here since Raymond Woolley was a 2-year-old. So hasn't Doug Ballinger, no. But, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Never realized that.
And that's...
and it's something to do also, I got to get more information on that. Something about their legs will change their color, too. I don't know what that was. But that was interesting. I couldn't figure it out. And I was right there. And that courthouse Saturday, I introduced the winner.
Yeah.
And she was definitely black.
Yeah.
But
it's funny.
But they called her a bay.
Yeah.
Or brown, I should say.
There's so much. There's, of course, they got what we call the Bible of the thing. It's called the Care and Training of the Trotter and Pacer. And it was first came out in 1968. And Carol Kramer, which we all know in the business, and a very talented woman, horsewoman, journalist, she edited that with Jim Harrison.
I saw Carol Kramer Saturday at Washington Courthouse.
That's her home track, isn't it?
Yes.
In fact, they got the history of Washington Courthouse. There's a young Carol Kramer teaming some old pacer down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, picture it was a article in the local paper. But yeah, she edited that, and that's a great book if you have to look stuff like bits, brutals, vitals, and the colors of the horses, their markings. So, and I haven't looked at mine for a few years, so this is the
field of 7 Racing Artists, T Swifty Babe, Wine After Whiskey, Pink Lily, Don't Bruise Deb, and Yankee Moonlight. Scratch down to a field of 6. Starter Mike Wepkenberg has them all lined up. Let's go to Ayers Ratcliffe. He's going to give us the call.
Next, 2-year-old filly Pacers, top of the stretch per $7,160. Here they come. They're off and pacing except for the 5 Pink Lily. Going out there to the lead, Wine After Whiskey. Wine After Whiskey leads them here over Racing Artist in second. It's T Swifty Babe in third. Over there fourth, Don't Bruise Deb. Then comes Yankee Moonlight, the trailer, Pink Lily. They scamper on up the backstretch, and with the lead, Wine After Whiskey and Ryan Stahl, they dictate the tempo. In their second, Racing Artist. In third is T Swifty Babe. As they go by the opening quarter in their fourth, Don't Bruise Deb. Fraction up in 32. Then it's Yankee Moonlight and the trailer. After the break, Pink Lily. On and around the turn they go. The leader is Wine After Whiskey. In their second, Racing Artist. In third is T Swifty Babe. To the outside now is Yankee Moonlight, cranking them up in fourth. Over there to be fifth at the rail is a Don't Bruise Deb. The trailer, Pink Lily. Moving here by the half, the leader, Wine After Whiskey. T Swifty Babe on the outside, 103. At the rail comes Racing Artist in third. It's Yankee Moonlight fourth. Over there, fifth, Pink Lily, the trailer. Don't Bruise Deb. They straighten away to the backstretch and press onto 3/4 inside Wine After Whiskey. The outside T Swifty Babe. Those two are matching strides. Racing Artist is right tight third. In their fourth comes a Yankee Moonlight as they continue their 134-1. In and around the final turn, Wine After Whiskey by a nose. T Swifty Babe is on the outside, now looking 3 wide. Racing Artist. They're now 3 across the racetrack. We got a horse race here in Tiffin as they turn for home. Far outside, Racing Artist. Inside, Wine After Whiskey. In between them, T Swifty Babe. Racing Artist is slingshot to the lead. Racing Artist will win. T Swifty Babe second. Wine After Whiskey is third. 203-3.
203-3. Back half in a minute and 3/5. Hank Levan, the one, Racing Artist.
She's come last quarter in 29-2.
Hank gets his second on the card. He doubles up his 43rd of the fair season. Bill Webb trains the 2-year-old Bay filly by Racing Hill out of the Artistic Fellamare. Little Miss Artist, her first career win. 203, 3/5.
That was a good. I love seeing a card like this where she went 2-7, 2-2 and 3. Now she's just a very tight, good mile, and she wasn't eased up to what to say, but under cruise control. Coming for home the last half in a minute and 3/5. Off the track, probably got about second, at least second off.
She got away, got the 2-hole trip to the 5/8, and out came, first up came T Swifty Babe, the 2. And Hank had to come 3 wide with Racing Artist, but she was just loaded coming down the stretch.
Good mile. We'll go trainer Bill Webb, but the owner is William J. Webb of Defiance, Ohio.
In partnership of Denny Miller. This is a homebred by Bill Webb.
Bill Webb's going to batting average. Bill Webb that's his 7th win out of 18 starts. His batting average is .529. That's climbing up. The nice filly, 2-year-old pacing fillies. They went for purse $7,160.
winning race number 7, sponsored by Greenfield Stables 1 Racing Artist. 2-year-old Bay Filly by Racing Hale at a Little Miss Artist by Artistic Fella. Owned by William Webb and Denny Miller. Bill Webb trains Hank Levan, the winning driver. Time of the mile 2:03 and 3. Race winner T Swifty Babe 2nd. Wine After Whiskey was 3rd. Full Body Stare was scratched. Pink Lily 5th. Don't Bruise Deb 6th. Yankee Moonlight 4th. 1, 2, 3. Scratch 5, 6, 4, 32. 103, 134 and 1, 203 and 3.
Matt Bill Webb, did you know him when did he train?
Oh, yeah.
Did he race a lot at Raceway Park in the day?
Yep, quite a bit.
Always had good horses.
Always, yep.
He excellent track man too.
Yeah.
They brought him in for one fair, and he just cleared it up like overnight.
I'm trying to think. He had it was when it was the Northwest Ohio Colt Racing Association, which was the OFRC now. He had like several years in a row, like the 2-year-old and 3-year-old Colt Pacer on that circuit. I mean, he's had a lot of nice young horses. I like that trotter he raced earlier. She tonight made a break, but the dam that one is out of, Trotton Brook, a guy named Gary Gilland had her, trained her. He's out of Napoleon, but she was a real nice racehorse. I remember her racing at Raceway Park. She was, as good as it gets at Raceway Park, I guess.
Like Raceway Park, of course, it was never a grand circuit type of thing, but people talk about it. They love it.
Yeah.
It's like old nostalgia.
The straight 2-claimer there was one of the toughest races in the country. I mean, people took pride in just having a classy old horse that they could get to go fast for very little money, like $1,200 or something.
Right, even less than that. Something. But the funny part is when they talk about a 2-claimer, and people say, "Oh well," but they have you're in the tough 2-claimer or in the cheaper 2-claimer, and it is even the tough ones. They are tough, and there's a lot. You laugh. But that was Raceway Park.
Yeah.
That's a.
Matt, zoom in on the new tote board we have.
Yeah, I got it up here.
Electric Larry, we call him. Larry works for the Poormans. He built this winter. He's a genius when it comes to electronics. He bought Bob Nash out. He does some photo finish now, probably 10 or 12 fairs. But Larry built that this winter. It's some kind of tote board.
He's helped me out a ton. Anytime I have a question about anything, I mean, he knows it.
Yes,
he
does. Well, we better get a break in here. Hear from our fine sponsors. 8th race coming up. 3-year-old filly trotters for $6,790.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
Do you love horses and the outdoors? There are hundreds of immediate openings across Ohio for caretakers and grooms. Work with these beautiful animals every day. Health insurance, vision care, prescription benefits, and a retirement plan are available to those that qualify. Help care for these beautiful animals. Immediate openings across Ohio. For more information, visit OhioHorseJobs.com. That's OhioHorseJobs.com. The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Back here at Tiffin, the Seneca County Fair. Tim Conkright watching tonight. He says the last time he was at Tiffin, he drove Larry Boroff's horse and won a mile in 2 minutes. So shout out to Tim Conkright.
He's down in Hilliard, I believe. Tim is.
Okay, yes.
Is he? Okay. Now, I'm just looking at our upcoming races and fairs.
Just a second, Tom. Hey, sir. Well, how many fairs you been to this year already? Everyone but about one? 14 today. And you're going to 3 tomorrow. You're going to be at Marysville in the morning. And then you're going to Mount Vernon, and you'll be here. And what's your name? What is it? Rich Miller? Okay.
This is his cohort right here. Got to keep an eye on him because you can't believe a word out of his mouth.
Well, Tom, let's take a look at this 8th race, 3-year-old filly trotters for $6,790. The one is Muscle Swept, Ryan Stahl. Trains and Dry for Watson Harness, up Tiffin, Ohio. 3-year-old bay filly by Muscle Up out of the Valley Victor mare. Love Swept. Aaron Yoder is the breeder. 8 starts, 2 wins, and 1 second. $7,800 this year, $18,000 lifetime. Took his mark earlier in the year at Northfield Park. 2 minutes, 3/5 for the one. Muscle Swept.
Number 2 is Gone in a Flash. Whoosh. Tim Moore Jr. trains. Tom Moore Jr. trains. Tom Moore Jr. Drives, and he part owners with Peyton Moore at Napoleon. That's a 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of Action on Levesque by Mr. Levesque. Has 14 lifetime starts, 1 win. That was at Scioto last year, 158-2. It shows 2/3 on her card, 2-2 at Oak Harbor and 4-2 at Bucyrus. Gone in a Flash. We'll be here in a flash. Number 3 is
Vanellope. Wyatt Farmer, the 20-year-old from the Toledo, Ohio area, drives. Vanellope. Judy Rogner trains and owns. 3-year-old bay filly by Enterprise out of the Craze mare. Crazy About Nye. 4 starts this year, has 3 seconds. Lifetime $5,700. Qualifying mark at Northfield Park earlier this year, 2:06. Last time out at Oak Harbor, finished second, beaten 3 leaks, timed in 2 minutes and 4/5.
Before is Wild as You. This is a Chris Beaver trainee. 3-year-old filly by Muscle Up. The Goal by G. O'Keefe by Holiday Road. Owned by Chris Beaver, Leo Fleming, and Steve Zahandler of Worthington. It's driven by Emmanuel Miller, just coming off a win at Oak Harbor. 2 minutes and 2/5. And she has over 71,000 on the card. It's a post parade.
The 8th race, 3-year-old filly trotters per $6,790. Put Mark St. Louis Jr. on the 6. This one sponsored by EquiWave Equine Therapy. 1 is Muscle Swept, make the driver Ryan Stahl. 2 is Gone in a Flash with Tom Moore Jr. The 3, Vanellope, Wyatt Farmer. 4, Wild as You, Emmanuel Miller. 5, Corfu Flexing, and Pierce Henry. And the 6, Sienna Sunrise, driver change, Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky.
Doug Ballinger, the sun is out.
Yes, the sun is out. I didn't predict that.
I just noticed over my shoulder. I says, "What's that? Is that the moon?" Guy says, "I don't know. I'm not from this neighborhood." Okay.
Tom, tell us about the 4, Wild as You.
Well, it's driven by Emmanuel Miller. Has 4 wins and 10 starts this year, 3 seconds and a third. Already picked up $52,000 and a mark of 155-4 at Scioto. And coming off the win in Oak Harbor this should be the favorite in here, I believe. Take a peek at that nice tote board. That is a nice tote board. Got to give them all the compliments you can get. Currently at 5-2. Number 5 is
Corfu Flexing. Pierce Henry drives for Roy Justice. Owned by Hoofing It Racing of Delaware, Ohio, and Justice of Marysville. This 3-year-old Bay filly was a $4,000 Buckeye Classic purchase 2 years ago. The Bay fillies by Flex the Muscle, the SG's Caviar Mare. Corfu Hanover, 2 starts in the year, yet to hit the board. 5,400 last year, last time out, finished 4th at Bell Fountain, timed in 2:07.1.
And the 6 is Sienna Sunrise. Mark St. Louis is now driving for Michael Lee. 3-year-old filly by Enterprise out of Imagine Her Reign by Uncle Peter. This is owned by flock of folks. Let's go with Beliskak, Lee, Carson, and Dental. They're all from Ohio, and they have 8 starts this year. 1 win, 13,000 on the card, with the win in Northfield, 156-4. Got a little, looks like the 4-6 in here. Okay, a little competition. Coming off the last, made a break behind the gate at Oak Harbor. Still trotting 2-2-4, was finished 4th. Number 6, so there's your 6 horses for the 8th race here at Tiffin. The sun is out. A nice night. I can make the forecast, or give the forecast of Steve Martin forecast, as tonight will be dark.
The 3-year-old filly Trotters have completed a score. Mike Wepkenberg's starting gate is moving into position. The wings of the gate open. It is post time. Muscle Swept, Gone in a Flash. Vanellope, Wild as You, Corfu Flexing, and on the outside, Sienna Sunrise. 6 3-year-old filly Trotters are on their way. Let's send it over to Ayers Ratcliffe to give us the call.
For $6,790, and here they come. They're off and trotting, and it's Vanellope trying for the lead. Wild as You on the outside wants the lead. Also, Sienna Sunrise in the thick of the action early on in 3rd. It's a Muscle Swept who's 4th. Over there 5th, Gone in a Flash, and the trailer Corfu Flexing. As they straighten away to the back stretch. And out there with the lead, Wild as You, and Emmanuel Miller's on top. Wyatt Farmer right there with Vanellope. It's a Sienna Sunrise 3rd, Muscle Swept in 4th. Gone in a Flash is still 5th, the quarter 31-1. Corfu Flexing trails. They're in single file as they move through the turn, and Manny Miller will try to tap on the brakes here. He's got Wild as You on the lead. Right there in 2nd is Vanellope. Looking to the outside now, Sienna Sunrise from 3rd, Muscle Swept in 4th. Gone in a Flash in 5th, and the trailer is still Corfu Flexing as they come here by the half. Wild as You leading on the outside, Sienna Sunrise. Vanellope is there in 3rd. The half in 102-1. Muscle Swept is now tipping out 4th. Over there 5th, Gone in a Flash. The trailer, Corfu Flexing. Straighten away to the backside and on their way to 3/4. Wild as You still the 1. On the outside, Sienna Sunrise. Vanellope's had a picture-perfect trip at the rail. Out there next is a Muscle Swept as they continue by 3/4. Wild as You, 132-3. Sienna Sunrise outside won't go away and continues to press the issue. Vanellope in 3rd. Over their 4th, Muscle Swept. They're at the top of the stretch and a drive for the wire. Sienna Sunrise pokes a nose on top. Inside, Wild as You. Sienna Sunrise, Wild as You in the inside. Sienna Sunrise, Wild as You battles back. Wild as You will win. Sienna Sunrise, Vanellope 3rd. Time for the mile, 2:03-3.
203-3 for Wild As You, who battled back. Gave up the lead momentarily to the 6th Sienna Sunrise. Sienna Sunrise, Mark St. Louis Jr. came first up at the half, and the battle was on between Sienna Sunrise and Wild As You, but Wild As You gives Manny Miller his second win on the card tonight, his 17th of the 2025 fair season. Chris Beaver trains a 3-year-old bay filly by Muscle Up the Goal out of the Holiday Road Mare. Gio Keefe, 5th of the season, 55-4 earlier at Scioto Downs. Owned by Chris Beaver Radner, Leo Fleming, Stephen Z. Handler of Worthington.
With the last quarter 30-4, and Manny Miller was just riding. Very nonchalantly just looked over and said, "How do you do?"
Pretty tough little chestnut there that finished second, Sienna Sunrise. Yeah, I thought
Yes.
she was going to back up like 3 different times in that mile.
Yes.
And she just kept coming.
She was out the back half. As we mentioned, came first up at the half.
Those are the 2, 4, 6. At Quinella pays $5.80. What the exacta pay? That's a good trifecta.
Exacta $7.40. The winner $4, $2.10, and $2.60.
Whoop, whoop. That old golf cart just nearly went under. That's muddy right there.
Manuel Miller gets his second winner on the card, both for the Chris Beaver stable. And Chris Beaver gets his second training win on tonight's card here at the Seneca County Fair. We're back at it here tomorrow night at the Seneca County Fair with a 6 o'clock post with 9 races.
Wild As You is a 3-year-old bay filly by Muscle Up the Goal out of Gio Keefe by Holiday Road. Owned by Christopher Beaver and Stephen Z. Handler. Christopher Beaver trains Emmanuel Miller, the winning driver, 203-3.
Yeah, 203-2.
Barn. We also have the blanket from race number 2 that you didn't pick up earlier.
You don't need any more blankets.
4th, Gone in a Flash 5th, Vanellope 3rd. Wild As You, the winner, Corfu Flexing 6th, Sienna Sunrise 2nd. 4, 5, 3, 1, 6, 2, 31-1, 102-1, 132-3, 203-3.
Well, it's on to the 9th race. Matt Clark, I noticed a sign when we come down, come into the grandstand, thanking Joe and Fran Darmafall. They do so much for harness racing.
They sure do. It's every fair we go to almost on this circuit. You know, they pony up something.
And they started.
Help put on the show.
They said, you know, they make suggestions. They say what they do, and they do. And they used to be in auto racing. They used to sponsor auto.
Yes.
But they're completely out of that. They just all in with the racing now. And they're starting, like they started on the percentage of ownership, and now we're up to like half. I think they own
they got a couple nice horses this year.
They sure do. Legendary L.
Legendary L and
she's just been toying
Hang
with
Tide Honey L.
Yeah.
They both won Buckeye Stallion Series a couple weekends ago. Well, on to the 9th race, 3-year-old Colt Pace for $4,714. We'll be back to take a look at these 5 pacers right after this.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Well, we're back here at Mount Vernon. A lot of action coming up on the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association broadcast this week. We're back at it here tomorrow night with 9 races. Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. Post time at 6. Doubleheader tomorrow at Mount Vernon at the Knox County Fair. That's hometown at Colt Stake action. 11 races at the 1 o'clock post. The evening post at 6 also has 11. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Ohio Fair Racing Conference action at Marysville, the Union County Fair. They're back there Tuesday. 6 races carded tomorrow and 9 for Tuesday. Painesville races on Tuesday with a 12 noon start with 13 races. That's the Lake County Fair. Shelby County Fair in Sydney, Ohio. Tuesday and Wednesday, 5 o'clock post. 8 races for Tuesday and 11 for Wednesday. Tom Pye, you're going to be on the air tomorrow, the early card at Mount Vernon.
It's just the one here and the one there. They keep me, I'm like an old racehorse now. They got to save me.
I was at Mount Vernon one time. I think I was 17 years old or 18. I filled in there for a guy by the name of Phil Mauger. He was from Mount Vernon. I believe he was a mayor there for many years, and he would call a few races, and I filled in for him. I was either 17 or 18, and I got my first speeding ticket, my first and only speeding ticket. No, I got 2, and they were all in Bell Fountain area, but it was my first one was when I was a youngster coming back from Mount Vernon.
There's the old...
So I worked that night for nothing.
Yeah. There was a couple of stories I could go. One is that a state trooper pulled over a kid, and the kid was speeding, and the trooper looked at him. He says, "I've been waiting all day for you." And the kid looked at him. He says, "Well, I got here just as fast as I could."
Yeah.
And the trooper let him go. But a friend of mine in Saratoga, he was rushing to the races, and he got pulled over. There was always on the Northway, there was a speed trap there all the time. But he says, "Well, you can see the judge." And so he says, "Well, who's a judge?" He says, "Well, I believe he's passed now, Blood Good or Good Blood Good." And he says, "He's in the paddock at Saratoga. I'll see him." So he says, "Here I go up to he's in his colors," and the judge says, "That'll be a $10 fine."
This is for the 9th race. 1 hot times tonight, Pierce Henry. 2, Pete said, Greg Bateson. 3, fastest road, make the driver, Rod Adams Jr. 4, all bull and no beef with Jacob Baird. And the 5, Obs 8 with Charles Little in the sulky. That's the field for...
Well, Tom Pye, 3-year-old Colt Pacers go to the post momentarily. Number 1 hot times tonight. Pierce Henry drives, Robert Brooks trains. $45,000 Ohio Select purchase. The 3-year-old Bay Gilda's son of Lather Up out of the Stand Forever mare. Forever Ivy, 6 starts this year, is yet to hit the board. Last year had 9 starts and 2 wins. $22,000 lifetime, took a mark as a 2-year-old at 157-2 at Sauda Downs.
Number 2 is Pete Said. Greg Bateson is the sulky for Chad Williamson. Trains for Claude Stell of Oakwood, Ohio. He is 0-4-6, has 3 seconds though and 1/3. Last week in Quentin Oak Harbor was second, 58-1. I believe that was first time Greg Bateson drove him, so there might be a little bit of luck going there. But has 17 starts and 2 wins career-wise, 13,000. And number 2 is Pete Said. Number 3 is Fastest Road A.
Fastest Road, Rod Adams Jr. will pick up the drive for Jane Weller, the 3-year-old bay-goated son of Well Said, out of the Kamluk mare. Yellow Brick Road was a $6,000 Buckeye Classic purchase 2 years ago. For Fastest Road, 2 starts this year, has a win and a third-place finish. 202 and 2/5 at Bell Fountain to 3. Fastest Road, Rod Adams Jr. will drive.
Okay, now I'll take a deep breath and say number 4 is All Bull and No Beef. That's all full 18 letters, I believe. Trained and driven by Jacob Bad and owned. Jacob Bard of Mountain Blanchard, Ohio. 3-year-old gelding by Bova Powerful. Looking for a win. 0 for 15. Number 5 is
Obbs ACH. Charles Little, the 83-year-old, drives this 3-year-old bay-goated son of Big Bam Ray. 2 starts in the year, yet hit the board. Let's go to Ayers Ratcliffe to give us a call of the 9th race from Tiffin.
Stretch for the 9th race. Here they come. Here off into pacing, and Fastest Road is fastest out of the gate, crosses over with the lead. Hot Times Tonight is there in second, in their third. That's Pete Said. Obbs ACH is next, and the trailer All Beef and No Bull is the trailer. As they move on up the backstretch, Fastest Road leads the way. Hot Times Tonight is there in second. Pete Said third. Obbs ACH is next. And still on a break, All Bull and No Beef. They went by the opening quarter here, and Fastest Road is there in 30 seconds. He's going down the highway, leading them by a length and a half. Hot Times Tonight is there in second. In their third is Pete Said. A few lengths back to Obbs ACH, and still on a break, All Bull and No Beef, as they straighten away and come down here to the half. So Rod Adams Jr. has Fastest Road out there on the point by a length and a quarter. Hot Times Tonight is still there second. Pete Said third. Obbs ACH is over there to be next. The half in 101 and 1. On into that turn they go, and still out there with the lead, Fastest Road. Now here comes Pete Said, trying to wing ding up on the outside as they move on into the backstretch. Fastest Road bracing for the challenge. Pete Said on the outside. Hot Times Tonight's a right tight third. Obbs ACH in fourth. All Bull and No Beef is trailing as they continue to 3/4, and it's Fastest Road by 132 and 1. Pete Said on the outside. Hot Times Tonight at the rail. They move around the turn to the top of the stretch, and the leader is still Fastest Road. Now here comes Hot Times Tonight, popping the pocket for Pierce Henry. Through the stretch they come. Inside is still Fastest Road on the outside. Hot Times Tonight. Hot Times Tonight is getting by. Hot Times Tonight will win. Tight for place.
201 and 3.
201 and 3.
201 and 3. Pierce Henry gets a 2-hole trip right at the top of the stretch. Comes out with the one, Hot Times Tonight. This a $45,000 Ohio Select purchase. Robert Brooks trains. Ivy Holdings of Apple Creek, Ohio, owned this 3-year-old bay-goated son of Lather Up out of the Stand Forever mare, Forever Ivy. 30 seconds, 101 and 1, 132 and 1. The mile, 201 3/5. Back half, minute and 2/5.
That last quarter, 29 and 2. And it was easy as 1, 2, 3.
Going to be very tight for the second place position. Either Fastest Road or Pete Said, I believe. I thought the winner at the top of the stretch was Rod Adams with Fastest Road. Came a very good back half there, as we mentioned, a minute and 2/5. Pierce Henry gets his first driving win of the evening.
This is a mark of 57-2 at Scioto last year. Made 20,000, and the first time on the board. So it's hot times tonight.
Olanobi fifth, Obbs ACH fourth. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 30 seconds. 101 and 1, 132 and 1, 201 and 3.
I believe the photo, I could hear Ayers say the 2 Pete said was second and fastest road was third. As you said, it's easy as 1, 2, 3, Tom.
Nice exactor, 1, 2,
1280 for the winner. $60 try. 1, 2, 3.
One hot times tonight. 3-year-old bay got its on a lather up at a Forever Ivy by Stand Forever. On my Ivy Holdings, trained by Robert Brooks and Pierce Henry. The winning driver, time of the mile 201 and 3. This one sponsored by Fatheads.
So Doug Ballinger, that was a good race right down there, right to the wire.
We've had some good races tonight.
Yeah.
Got a nice one coming up here. Field of 8, Signature Series, Seneca County Horseman Memorial Pace.
It's got a lot of nice horses in here. There's old legendary Doo-Rah. A bit crazy. Nice animals. That shall be the 10th race coming up.
Should be a good one. Full field of 8.
We
6
want you
on
back
gate
here.
with 2 trailers.
We'll come back here after we
got to get a rundown here.
Got to get the rundown.
No, he gave it early.
He gave it?
Yeah, he
Really?
gave it real early, yeah,
Okay.
before the horses even got back to the
Okay,
winner's
Tom
circle.
Pye, you're on top of things. So 10th race coming up. Should be a good one. Field of 8, Signature Series pace. We'll be back to take a look at these 8 pacers right after this.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Make summer memories this year at the Ohio County Fairs. The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association will be live streaming every race this year, and we want you to be there. Be a part of the excitement with the 2025 Ohio County Fair Racing Passport. Stop by the OHHA broadcast location in the grandstand to pick up your passport and stamp. Get stamps at every fair you attend. Prizes will be awarded to those that attend the most racing programs. Get your passport at the first fair you attend or call the OHHA office at 614-221-3650. Harness Racing, the fastest ride at the fair.
Well, we're back here, Tom Pye, at the Seneca County Fair. Tiffin, Ohio Fair Racing Conference action. We're back here tomorrow with 9 races, post time at 6. 11th race, Tom, the Springhaven Farm Lady Driving Series is our 11th and final. But before we get there, we got to talk about the 10th race, field of 8.
2 good races coming up.
Yes, Signature Series pace. The one, Locomotion Fred, Drew Neal for Becky Zubkoff. Becky trains 6 starts this year, 2 wins, 20 wins lifetime, 153,000, 52-4. Dayton Raceway, the one, Locomotion Fred.
Number 2 is Mary Jerry, driven by Michael Richardson Jr., trained by Ken Hurst for the Abutta Stable, and Billy Windle Tabert. It's a 5-year-old by American Ideal. Has 79 lifetime starts, 15 wins, 93,000 a mark. At Dayton of 152. Just this year is won at Miami Valley at 153-1, and just shows in Scioto. Mark just winning, finishing 6th, but he paced a mile of 151-4. Number 3 is
Side Chick. Greg Horn trains and drives for Linda Baroni of Michigan. 6-year-old bay mare by Charlie Barley. 2 wins in the career, 27,395. Market side of Downs is a 5-year-old at 155-3. Side Chick.
Number 4 is everyone's favorite, I Want My Money. This is a 4-year-old gelding by Dancing Yankee out of Ferrer Ivy by Stand Forever, and by Jacob Baird of Mount Blanchard, Ohio. Trained by Jacob Baird, driven by Kyle Ladd, and got marked 155-3 at Northfield. Just got beat a nose at Snowy, winning by a nose. Bucyrus with Kyle Ladd, 158-1. Shows a mile in 52-4, and has earned 64,000 out of 60 starts lifetime.
Matt, get a shot right here. This is a competition right here for Roy James. That's the gentleman that's been to 14 fairs. Roy, you got your work cut out with you with this guy this year. He's trying to beat you to get those seats in the clubhouse at Delaware.
Those are nice seats, by the way.
He's going to hit 3 fairs tomorrow. How many are you going to hit? You're going to hit 2, so you guys are going at it.
Right. You go to Delaware. It's nice to be at Delaware, but to be in that tent and the food and the atmosphere and just like living life to the large, it's a nice prize.
Roy James and Rich Miller.
They're going to battle. It's a little intrigue in the grandstand. Good luck, guys.
The 5 is Magic Shark. Gina Bongtrigger trains and drives for Gary Wilmorth. 10-year-old Bago, the son of Shady Shark Hanover. Has 46 career wins, 345,152-1 at Northfield Park as a 5-year-old.
Legendary Dura is owned by Edwin Harwood of Monroe, Michigan. Trained and driven by Greg Bateson. This 4-year-old bit of a legend and has 41 lifetime starts, 12 wins, and 84,000 earned a lifetime, a mark of 155 at Northfield. It won the free-for-all at Hastings just in 158 through. That's up in Michigan. Number 7 is
Illini Fable. Wyatt Farmer drives for Ed Conrad. And Denmar's Stable of Fort Myers, Florida. 6-year-old Bago, the son of Wells, said. Has 10 career wins, earnings of 95,000. Margaret Rosecroft is a 4-year-old at 152-3.
Number 8 is A Bit Crazy, owned by Steve Reese of Republic and J&R Racing of Rising Sun, Ohio. Trained by Jamie Waller. Rod Almans Jr. is in the sulky. Got 10 lifetime wins and 38 starts, 48,000 mark of 154-2 at Dayton. Coming off of Northfield, back-to-back miles in 57. It's going to be a good race,
yes.
Doug Ballinger.
Good race, 127 wins between these 8. Just under $1 million, 914,000 this field of 8 is earned in their career.
It's a good field.
Yes.
Class. And currently, the favorite is the 1, Locomotion Fred. So it's a wide field.
6 on gate with 2 trailers. I'd like to see 8 horses in a fair race.
Well, if they score 6 wide.
6 or 7's really a nice race.
Yeah.
For county fair racing, 6 or 7, 1 trailer, but it'd just be tough to split this race at 4 and 4.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a picture the other day and there were 6 horses abreast coming into the first turn. And it was just like, you don't usually see that, but I think they were 2 in, 2 out, or 4 in, 4 out, I don't know. Here's the field for the 10th, the signature series. Seneca County Horseman Memorial Pace.
That's Dan Korfman, 25-year band director at Gibsonburg High School. Here's the field for the 10th race. 1, Locomotion Fred, Drew Neal. 2, Michael Jerry, Michael Richardson Jr. 3 is a side chick, Greg Horn. 4, I Want My Money, Kyle Ladd. 5, Magic Shark and Jalen Bontrager. 6, Legendary Doo-Rah, Greg Bateson. 7, Illini Fable, Wyatt Farmer. And the 8, A Bit Crazy, Rod Allums Jr. in the sulky.
Roy Wilson watching today from the Lebanon, Ohio area. Roy had a win the other day at the Fayette County Fair in Washington Courthouse. Well, Tom Pye should be a good one. Field of 8. 5-2, the 1, Locomotion Fred. 5-2 on the 6, Legendary Doo-Rah. 9-2, the 2, Mary Jerry.
On this, let's see if I can. I just like O-class horses, you know, 'cause there's something about, well, there's not something about, they're smart, they've been around, and they know the routine. They know they're just nice horses to work with. You don't have to argue with them. They're always happy to see you in the morning because you're going to feed them.
And after this, we close the card out with Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Scratch down to a field of 5. We got Courtney Macon, Mandy Jones, Leslie Joyce, Jamie Weller, and Christina Johnson. Those 5 ladies will go to the post for our 11th and final.
I'm glad we got this. It's been a nice night. We had a little rain.
A nice night. Actually, it's getting a little cool right now.
Nice feel.
Humidity left.
Yeah. But a nice crowd. Good racing. And more racing to come tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. When's the, I don't
know if we go. I'm sure there's something just about every day this week because I know unless there wouldn't be something Thursday, I don't know.
There is nothing Thursday.
There's nothing Thursday. I know I'm calling races at Piketon Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I think
so that takes us, nothing Thursday. So we've got an open day Thursday. Let's send it to Ayers Ratcliffe for the signature series, the Seneca County Horseman Memorial Pace, field of 8.
The trailer Illini Fable as they go to the opening quarter. I Want My Money leads the way for Kyle Ladd. He's there and on top in 28-4 as they move around the turn. Mary Jerry is there in second. Legendary Doo-Rah in third. Side Chick is now gapping in fourth. Moving up to the outside as Mary Jerry has just jumped off stride. Mary Jerry makes a break as they come down here in front of the stands. I Want My Money leads the way. I Want My Money has them on top by 2.5 lengths. And their second is Legendary Doo-Rah. To the outside, Magic Shark, Side Chick at the rail. They went on by the half in 59 seconds. Into the payoff half they go. I Want My Money is the leader. Legendary Doo-Rah now moves to the outside for Bateson. Magic Shark is there in third. Side Chick fourth. Out there fifth, Locomotion Fred. Then it is A Bit Crazy, Illini Fable, and Mary Jerry to 3/4. I Want My Money still the one. Legendary Doo-Rah trails by a neck. 3/4 129-4. Legendary Do-Rod tries to deliver the knockout blow. I Want My Money counter punches at the rail, moving around the turn to the top of the stretch like a horse in their shadow. I Want My Money goes for broke. On the outside, Legendary Do-Rod won't go away. They're trying to swoop him too from the back, but with the lead, I Want My Money. I Want My Money gets it today. Finishing second, Legendary Do-Rod. Side Chick was third. 2 minutes, 1/5.
2 minutes and 1/5. Kyle Ladd for Jacob Baird goes gate to wire, 28-4, 59, 129-4. Home 2 minutes and a fifth. 4-year-old brown-coated son of a dancing Yankee. Kyle Ladd back-to-back got a win at Bucyrus with I Want My Money. Third of the season.
And I Want My Money got his money. Coming last quarter, 30-2. Looked like 4-6-3 to me. Legendary Do-Rod was second. And Kyle Ladd, he gets along with the horse.
What changed things really up there, Tom? 9-5, our post-time favorite, the one Locomotion Fred, made a little break and kind of scattered the trailers behind him right mid-stretch before they left the gate. Locomotion Fred was moving on the outside when the outer flow began to develop here at the half. I do not know where he really finished, but that changed the complex of the race.
Absolutely.
When Drew Neal and Locomotion Fred, our 9-5 favorite, made that break leaving the gate.
When we looked over into the first turn, they were 5 wide.
Yes.
Head to head. And that was a do-rah right there. But 4 was 4-1. 6 unofficial, of course, 5-2. And 3, 16-1.
Kyle Ladd, I don't believe he's 61 years old. Lives in the Findlay area. He used to drive, quite a bit at the fairs. I don't believe he's been driving lately. He is the son of Paul Ladd, who judges at quite a few fairs with Paul Combs.
From the Paulding area, aren't they?
Yeah, from the Paulding area originally. Paul Ladd now lives in Van Wert.
Well, Kyle is 61
years.
61.
I believe he lives in the Findlay area now. Yeah, I don't believe he'd been doing any driving for several years. I think he won with something at Bell Fountain, and he's won back-to-back with this and here. I Want My Money. So that's 3 wins he's got here this year. It's Kyle Ladd and I Want My Money. Returning to the winner's circle. 4-1 on the board for I Want My Money. Went off at our third choice.
Come last half, 101-1.
Of 6. 5 against 6. Objection here in race 10.
Whoop.
Ends after winning the 10th race. It's the 4, I Want My Money, a 4-year-old brown-gutted son of Dancing Yankee out of Forever Ivy by Stan Forever. Jacob Baird, who also trains Kyle Ladd, the winning driver, 2 minutes, 1/5. This one sponsored by Republic Banking Company.
Do have an inquiry, will not affect the winner. 5, Magic Shark. Jalen Bontrager has filed an objection against the 6, Legendary Do-Rod, and driver Greg Bateson. I do not know where that may have occurred at. I believe our presiding judge is Ryan Ratcliffe, brother of our announcer, Ayers Ratcliffe.
Now that's gutsy because Jalen Botranger, he's a qualifying fair driver and putting a inquiry against Bateson, who's a good A license driver. Now there's various licenses in driving. We'll say that you start out, you get your qualifying fare. That means you could drive at qualifiers and at fairs with the approval of the presiding judge. Then you have a P license, which is probationary, which you can drive with the approval of just about anywhere, with the approval of the presiding judge. You don't want to go to the main track. They don't encourage that, the big tracks. But then you have the A license, which is they're eligible to drive wherever. So, now, this Jalen Botranger, time for the glasses. He is 23 years old.
I have no idea what it would be.
463 official.
So the objection was disallowed. So we'll get a rundown here momentarily.
Jerry 7th, Side Chick 3rd. I Want My Money, the winner. Magic Shark was 6th. Legendary Duras 2nd. Illini Fable 5th. A Bit Crazy 8th. 473 162 58 28 and 4. 59 129 and 4. 2 minutes. 1/5.
Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. Field of 5, Christina Johnson, Jamie Weller, Leslie Joyce, Mandy Jones, and Courtney Macon. We'll be back to take a look at these 5 Pacers right after this.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
And we're back here at the Seneca County Fair here in Tiffin, Ohio. This is the finale for tonight. This is the Springhaven Farm Ladies Driving Series. These are the gals coming up. They are good drivers, all of them. We have 5 in it. It's been a nice night. It really cooled off now. The track is in great shape. And we've got some nice horses in here. The number 1 is Lady Holly. She's a 5-year-old mare by Shadow Play out of Lady Laddie by No Pan Intended. Courtney Macon is the trainer for Ryan Dickey of Ada, Ohio. Courtney Macon in the sulky. She has 2 starts this year, 1 third. The horse itself has 12 starts, no wins, 3 seconds, 8,000, but it got a mark of 154 and 1 at Scioto last year as a 4-year-old. Lady Holly is the 1. Number 2 is Yes I Did with Mandy Jones in the sulky. Mandy is from Greenville, Ohio. She owns this as her mare. Brian Jones trains. Sharky side Hanover 5-year-old gelding. Got 4 starts this year. And hark, I hear the call to post parade.
And let's have a nice round of applause for Faye Korfman, who's played our bugle call all evening. Here are the horses for the 11th race. A purse $1,040. Springhaven Farm, Lady Driving Series in memory of Skip DeMall and Karen Takachek. Sponsored by Joe and Fran Darmafall. This race scratched the 6. 1 is Lady Holly with Courtney Macon. 2, Yes I Did, Mandy Jones aboard. 3, Fred's Nightmare, Leslie Joyce. 4 is Black Cat, Jamie Weller. 5, Catch Me Conrad, Christina Johnson. The 6 is out. That's the field for the 11th race. 11th and final live race tonight. Make sure you're here.
Well, that's the post parade. Now, number 3 is Fred's Nightmare. Becky Zebkoff is a trainer. Becky Zebkoff of South Salem is the owner. Leslie Joyce in the sulky. This 8-year-old gelding by Fred and Ginger. 1 win, 1 second, and 3/3 this year. Mark of 57 and 3 at Oak Harbor. Out of 8 starts. Just coming off that Oak Harbor win with Leslie Joyce winning. She's a P driver, and she has one. That was her first win this year. Number 4 is Jamie Weller's Black Cat. It's Jamie Weller in the sulky for Black Cat. Daniel Korfman in the owner trainer. There's a 6-year-old gelding by Badlands, Hanover. 12 starts this year, no wins, has 1 second. Does have a mark of 155 at Northfield as a 4-year-old 2 years ago. Coming off a mile in 155 and 2, racing at Northfield. That's Black Cat with Jamie Weller. And Christina Johnson is aboard Catch Me Conrad. This is a nice old class horse, always amongst the leaders in wins in North America. Last year, 46 starts, 12 wins, and 5 seconds, 6/3, 73,000 guard. Got a mark of Northfield of 52 flat. Christina Conrad is at a 3rd in the free-for-all up in Michigan, and a 5th. And he is the class of the field, I think, but you can't count anybody out. I think it's between the 3 and the 5. Take them alive. And here behind the gate, these are the ladies. Here they come.
Here off and a pacing, and Fred's Nightmare fires off the gate for the lead. Yes, I Did on the inside. Black Cat on the outside in 3rd. It's a Catch Me Conrad 4th in the early trailer. That's Lady Holly. Moving on into the backstretch, so Leslie Joyce. She's the top lady so far. She's got Fred's Nightmare. In their 2nd, Mandy Jones. Yes, I Did. Caught on the outside, Jamie Weller and her Black Cat. Then we have Christina Johnson and Catch Me Conrad. And after the break is Courtney Macon and Lady Holly, quarter up in 30 seconds. Around the turn they go, and out there with the lead, it's Fred's Nightmare. In 2nd, Yes, I Did. On the outside, Black Cat in 3rd. 4th at the rail comes Catch Me Conrad with Lady Holly. Coming down here in front of the stands, Fred's Nightmare on the engine. In their 2nd, Yes, I Did. Catch Me Conrad is riding the rail. Outside, Black Cat, the half, 59-1. The trailer, Lady Holly. Around the turn, they'll straighten up into the backstretch. Fred's Nightmare trying to make every pole a winning one. Yes, I Did in 2nd. Catch Me Conrad is breathing fire, looking for daylight in 3rd. Over their 4th, Black Cat, and now Catch Me Conrad Conrad finds room to the outside, has 5 lengths to find to get to the leader. On to 3/4 we go, and Fred's Nightmare leading in 1:30. In their second, Catch Me Conrad with a lot of work to do, and around the final turn. And oh, Fred, he's this field's nightmare. He leads the way by 5. In their second, Catch Me Conrad. Yes, I did. In third, through the stretch they come. Fred's Nightmare. Catch Me Conrad still trying to close, but is out of time. It is Fred's Nightmare. Fred's Nightmare will win. Catch Me Conrad second. Yes, I did is third. Time of the mile 1:58 and 4.
I scored 28 and 4.
58 and 4. 30 seconds, 59 and 1, 130. Fred's Nightmare. Leslie Joyce for Becky Zupkoff.
That was more like Christina's Nightmare in there, because
yes,
she couldn't catch her.
It's just got away. Fred's Nightmare, second win of the season, has a mark as a 7-year-old of 51 and 3 at Miami Valley.
Good mile. Those girls can cut a mile.
Yes, yes, they can.
They're talented. They got the best talented female drivers in the country here in Ohio, I believe. They're like hockey players up in Canada. It just comes natural.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was 3-5 unofficial. 3 went off 8-5. The 5 went off with 1-1. Unofficial, we have 3, 5, 2. That is Fred's Nightmare. That is his 25th, 6th lifetime win.
Race number 11, we saw 5 lady drivers, all female drivers in that 11th race. Moving back to race 10, we saw Jalen Bontrager, 23 years old, drive here tonight. The race before that, in race 9, we saw Charles Little, 83 years old, drive here tonight as well. Coming back in front of the stands after winning race number 11, it is the 3, Fred's Nightmare. Fred's Nightmare, an 8-year-old bay-goated son of Fred and Ginger, at a nightlife by Lifesign. Oh my Rebecca Zubkoff, Becky Zubkoff trains Leslie Joyce, the winning driver. Time of the mile 1:58 and 4. This race in memory of Skip DeMol and Karen Takachek, sponsored by Joe and Fran Darmafal. Yes, I did third. Fred's Nightmare, the winner. Black Cat fourth. Catch Me Conrad second. Lying in Cash was scratched. Recheck countdown 5, 3, 1, 4, 2. Scratch on the bottom. 30 seconds. 59 and 1. 130. 158 and 4. With that, we will wrap it up.
Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here at the Seneca County Fair in Tiffin. Hank Levan had 2 wins on the card tonight. Emmanuel Miller with 2. Chris Beaver had 2 training wins. Great. Tom Pye, you hit the road tomorrow. You go to the Knox County Fair.
We're way down to Mount Vernon.
In Mount Vernon, Ohio. That is Knox County, correct?
Knox County, and yes, because I might get Mount Vernon, New York, because we've heard that all the time. But, yeah, it's going to be a great night, a great day. You got starting at Marysville at 11 a.m., then we go to Knox County at 1, and back here at 6.
And then back to Knox County also for the night card at 6.
So
you'll be at Knox County, Mount Vernon at 1.
Yep.
Matt Clark and myself will be here tomorrow evening at 6. So for Tom Pye, Matt Clark, Doug Ballinger, rounding the final turn and heading for home. Good night from Tiffin, Ohio.
Good night, everybody.